If he moves, he'll be out of frame, and then we'll all look like crazy people.
Look, I can see myself.
We're live.
We're live.
All right.
What's up, internets?
What the fuck?
Have a happy holiday. Yeah. Royal straight from Broadway into your living room.
So, what did you guys do for Thanksgiving?
Clearly, I must not have ate because I'm sitting here eating live, you know.
Thought you said you were going to check that.
I did check that, and nothing happened. And we're off. So, hey, I'll tell you what I did for Thanksgiving. I got my shit together.
You tell me what you did when you get back. Annie, what did you do for Thanksgiving?
I ate my ass off.
Wait, what?
Ate.
No, the 8 isn't the part I have a problem with. The ass off is the problem.
I ate so much to put more on my ass. I mean.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
Macaroni and cheese.
Do you have any like a main course?
No.
Just like a bit like a big.
No,
fucking...
but the baked homemade macaroni and cheese is just so good.
I had a salad. That's like
salad.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking rabbit? Where's the meat? Give me the meat.
I don't know. I couldn't smoke right beforehand, so
I just had one dish or one course, if you will. Thanksgiving. I don't like traditional Thanksgivings anymore. I like.
Oh, I know what you had on Thanksgiving.
A problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Emma. So Emma Everywhere was delayed.
It was not delayed. It came out right where it was supposed to be. Now, was it late? Yes, but delayed? No. I was given a full length brownie by a family member not to be named, and yeah,
a brownie.
It had crumbs on it.
Before we get into the show, I wanted to give a shout out to James MCD Productions, James MCD Reviews.
He finally manned up.
Yeah,
because at first he did the 10 wing challenge, which doesn't fucking exist, and then he finally put the powers that be together, the Paki, and he went Manny Pacquiao on us.
Well, we gave it to him pretty hard when we did the right thing and did the chip.
We should have.
And he put together a pretty excellent montage. I'm not going to play his whole video. I'm just going to play like the first 30 seconds of it. Go to his channel, James MCD Productions, and watch the full thing. But,
this is one for you, James.
There you go.
Godspeed, boys. Well, you forgot the other piece of advice, James, and that's completely fucking dilute it and ruin the whole challenge by putting it on wings and then putting those wings in the oven.
And then you put it in a deep fire.
Probably washed it. Here's what I'm gonna do though. I am gonna break it carefully.
No, because you're breaking stuff. You're acting like James now.
I'm getting it all in one thing. James said part of me wants to do it again because of how bad I feel. Will you though?
Yeah.
He didn't crush it. Take it off the wall. I like that. He took it off the wall. He didn't crush it.
That is delayed. We are live now on camera. Stop looking at the TV.
Everything is.
And you too, preemptively.
I knew what was going on.
There's blood on your shirt.
There's gonna be blood on your shirt if you fucking don't get in line.
What's going on over there?
Fired up is what's happening.
He's on flyer.
Anyway, man, we really came in strong after trying to keep it clean last week for the kids.
I haven't cursed yet. What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, you've been making me curse by your actions.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let us know in the comments how
it's Christmas, guys. No cursing.
We have two guests in the house tonight. One of them that you can see. I'm going to put him on the screen right now, full screen. Mr. Dave Richmond is here
doing his best Life Aquatica Steve Izu
That's a good call
impersonation.
right
there we go. Woo.
Yeah.
This is from the 80s. My brother from like the early 80s.
I like it. Knights of the Night are from The Office. I like it.
And why is Dave here tonight? You don't need to know. He's here. He's going to be counting down the movies with us, and it's going to be good. Just enjoy it for what
you know. How they have Where's Waldo? We'll have Wise Dave. Like Wise Dave here. Like
behind the camera, we got Nicolades. He's gonna pop in front of the camera.
I call him Nick Accolades because that's what he's gonna be getting for all the hard work he puts in.
He's keeping the shot on Dave. Good. Let's we're gonna be talking counting down our top 10 holiday movies on this episode. Before we do that, let's check the comments super quick.
He's eating soup. Real
quick, like James, speaking of the devil, Mary Chrysler, Tony, yeah, baby.
You know, well, I know that. I know what that's about.
What?
I know what your baby's about. Somebody's found out the missing item from the show already. Somebody's found out the missing item. I didn't want to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Who is that?
Well, you'll find out.
Mike, your brother's here. He's laughing.
Hey, Michael.
He's
What's up, bro?
I need to check these comments quicker. James, Oscar-winning performance.
By who? Him or us?
Both. Let's just say both and keep
Alright.
it peace.
Case by case.
My wife. What are you drinking, David?
He is drinking
It
the
looks
finest of the oranges squeezed from Florida, mixed with a little, as the Spanish people call it, sangria.
A headache
That's the English call
tomorrow.
it.
I'm drinking a headache tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
before
not
we,
with the orange juice.
bef- curdled.
Mm. I like that a lot,
It tastes like grapefruit.
A
juice.
lot.
but it's not. It's not communion. Stop.
All right. Before we run the intro and get into the countdown, let's lay down first what we're going to be focusing on films that are from November, December. That's what makes like a holiday movie. Not like Angela tried to be like, oh, so like Halloween movies. No, not the holidays.
That's not a holiday.
Halloween is a holiday.
That was not.
I mean, it's a holiday, but when you say holidays, you think of
you said best
Thanksgiving,
Christmas movies. That don't mean it
Christmas.
came out in
best
December.
holiday movies.
Right,
Best
but I'm
holiday-
saying, but that's what I'm saying. Best holiday movies.
trying to be all inclusive.
No, you're not, because you told us Christmas movies.
No, I didn't. Look at the
I don't have to look at that.
the title and everything.
Go to the chat and see what it says.
Is holiday movies.
Mm.
So, anywho,
So some people, President's Day is a holiday. If I'd have brought my best fucking president movies here tonight, I'd have been good.
what I'm trying to get to the question at hand here
Okay.
is that we know the time frame that the movie has to take place in.
You do.
What beyond that do you look for in a good holiday movie?
For it to be festive, man. Like you gotta feel it. It should. If it's a really great holiday movie, it has to bring you back to when you were a child. And it's
Mhm.
like, you know what? Whenever this is on, I don't care where it's at. I'm sitting down. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for me.
What about you, Annie?
I mean, just like the togetherness of the family, you know, all families are dysfunctional. There's not one family that's not. And when it comes to holiday movies, all that dysfunction comes into fun at the end. You know, the
So
family
it's
comes together.
dysfunctional. Dysfun.
Yeah, it's
I like that.
dysfunctional, and that's I'm. All
I
for
thought it was
that.
fun too until my family member slipped me a whole brownie, and a family member yet to be named.
I wanna be
Well, if
slipped
I
a
finish this
brownie.
sangria tonight, I might say her name.
All right,
Oh,
Brownie wasn't good,
Michael
though.
Clinton has went ahead and started listing his favorite President's Day movies.
thank you.
head
I
of-
love the sarcasm. Thank you.
Head of State is in there. Okay. Yeah,
Dave.
uh,
Get Dave. I like the movie Dave, where they replaced the president with the lookalike.
I
That's
like-
before your time,
I
kid.
like Dick.
You are keeping it up there,
Who doesn't?
Tracy?
Tracy.
Oh,
Any
Nixon.
kind.
Nixon. Oh, you would
What-
play that.
I don't have anything like I agree with what you said. It brings you back to your childhood. But I also wanted to note before we get into the list that I think we are more forgiven towards holiday movies. Like they get a pass, and like we don't judge them as harshly as we do a normal movie. If
As we
something is
shouldn't.
a holiday, well,
Why? Why do you
I'm
say it
going
like
to
that?
tonight. I'm going to start tonight.
Well, make sure you criticize your list, because if you step on mine,
And-
I'll stab you on camera.
Spoiler
Oh.
alert.
And we got a cameraman, so I'll tell him to veer off tonight.
If you don't want Christmas movies ruined for you,
Ruined.
do not watch the rest of this episode.
Oh, where your little
because-
kid? Where your little nephews at? Uncle Benny's about to fuck Christmas up for you kids tonight. You sick son of a bitch.
Dave, what makes a great holiday movie to you? What do you look for?
It makes you feel good inside.
Does bad
That can
Santa-
also be porn. Just throwing it out there. I
I'm
just don't want to throw that. It
saying.
could also be porn.
Inside
I need a
and
little.
out.
Can we get a little bit more specific?
Different kind of feel good though. You know the difference between porn and
You know the difference,
Yeah.
Royal, right?
Well, there are a lot of
You know
there are a
the
lot of
difference.
categories out there
You know
now,
the-
so I don't
You
know.
know the difference?
No,
In,
no, I don't, because I've heard of things like
in holiday movies, Santa comes, in porn, I come.
Santa comes. Well,
you've never heard the song "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." Where do you think that came from?
oh
They both
my
have ho, ho,
god,
ho.
it means is he's coming. To
y'all are
give you
fucking
presents.
Christmas.
He's
stuff.
going down the chimney.
Oh,
See,
fuck.
we're the holidays has been
Actually-
ruined. You're right. You ruined Christmas for everyone.
real quick note. before
Candy
we-
cane.
Before we run the intro and get into the show. Last week we did do the family episode. Kids, this episode is not for you. Tune out now. It's
That's a little
already
late,
too
Dave. But
yeah.
last week we were curse free the whole show, and
Go watch that
they
one.
didn't think we could do it. Yeah,
Yeah, YouTube just allowed us to put it back up publicly, so go watch it. All right, ready to run the intro?
I am ready. Hey, do
Hey,
you,
hey,
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 hey.
Hey.
Listen to the actually. Before we run the intro, one more thing. Let us know in the comments how the audio is sounding, and
Yes, please.
get your number, get your honorable mention ready. We're gonna start off with that when we come back out. And you guys, I want you to listen to this music. I want
What?
you just meditate, just take in the music.
The words?
Let it set the tone for the energy that we're gonna.
I'm
we're gonna go through
excited.
this.
Hey, how about you do me one favor?
What's up?
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Welcome back,
in.
internet. Hey, all my ho-ho-hos and Chris Kringles out there. We're finna get frosty in this MFer. See what that was just, I didn't even practice that. Could you believe that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks.
Oh.
No.
Before we get into our list, Lisa Gorlitsky.
What?
Yeah, that's called a teaser.
All right.
Lisa Gorlitsky was on our first episode, our first season when
Yes,
we
she
covered
was.
Rounders.
Oh, I love Lisa.
She was
The
recently,
boys wanna twirl?
because we're doing holiday movies. She was recently in the Lord of all holiday movies, Lifetime. She was in one of their their original films, called The 12 Days of Christmas Eve with Kelsey Grammer.
All right.
Ooh.
And I have a snippet of that scene that I'd like to play for you guys, and you should watch the. I can't believe I'm about to recommend a Lifetime Christmas film.
Too late.
That's weird.
We're not even
Lifetime
getting thanked,
movies
is
are-
it not?
Lifetime movies
Because
are actually
The
very good.
life,
I
case
will
by
They
say-
case.
are.
look,
It's
they-
about life.
You're a woman, of course you're gonna sit there and say.
Oh, there goes this
Listen, the things that
misogynistic
happen in
asshole
Lifetime
over to my
movies are
left.
actual
Definitely watch it,
real
though.
life events.
What do you
I'll
say? What do you
say-
say? Let me get. What do you say?
Hold on 1 second. Hold that. Let me get you on camera. Boom.
He said she definitely watches Lifetime movies.
Why? Hold on. Let me put this out there. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna throw you on the bus. Why? Because all girls do.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Ladies in the comments, let us know. Are we wrong or are we just pigs?
Even the coolest girls that I've ever met still will get swept into.
A Lifetime movie.
Like
and
Christy Alley?
They are terrible. But what I will
And
say about
the
They
awful
make
acting,
you
really.
feel good though.
they make me feel frustrated.
And what, filmmaking or women?
I get
I
that
don't.
too.
You know the
but-
Lifetime movies. Remember Lacey Charbet from the Five of Us or something? Party of Five.
Yeah, broke
I hate
Jennifer
the
Love
movie.
Hewitt.
No,
Yeah.
Lacey Charbet.
Yeah, I know.
I hate the Lifetime movies
Jennifer
with
Love
her.
Hewitt.
Well, I never seen Jennifer Love Hewitt in a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, you
Because
have.
she's not
She's
poor
a-
Jennifer Love Hewitt. So, but I say all that to say that this one, I'm recommending it because Kelsey Grammer kind of seemed like he phoned it in, which why the hell wouldn't he? It's a Lifetime Christmas movie. But who make the movie are the people like Lisa Gorlitsky, all the supporting actors who watch this scene. Have you ever seen Mannequin?
I have. I love
All right,
Mannequin.
Remember? Oh,
It's
Roxy.
it's a requirement of the 80s.
Roxy.
Hollywood.
You're looking foxy. You remember Roxy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how characters in the 80s, they were kind of like one-dimensional in a good way, like they're there to serve a purpose and that's what they
Yes.
do, and they just play it up. So her character is kind of like that, and their scenes really make the whole movie, and she's kind of plastered throughout the whole film. So
You mean drunk or like all over the film?
all over the film.
I'm saying you got
Yeah.
to be.
So here's the scene. It's chopped up a little bit, so you lose a little bit of the context. Go watch the full movie. It's on Lifetime on Demand. We'll be right back after this beautiful
See you
message.
soon. And again, if you want to see
Lisa.
if you want to see Lisa again, please check out season 1 of our show. She did a fantastic job, and she takes us on down the path of the wonderful film Rounders.
And her full interview on TTFT Talk, she's got some.
Doesn't she have? Didn't we make a shirt out of her? She said something. It may not be up there, but it's in. Go to ttft.live and you can get merchandise.
All right,
Are we
got-
shamelessly plugging?
We got people chiming in about the Lifetime. Mike Clinton said, "Oh, he's quoting you, Annie. He says Lifetime movies are good. It's about life."
Yes.
He's being
Well,
funny.
no,
He's,
yes,
he's being
Bubba, you're
sarcastic.
right,
I
bro.
read sarcasm.
No,
Very
he's
good.
quoting you, and he's laughing.
He is. He definitely is.
Angela says, "I do not get swept away by Lifetime movies. I make fun of them." True.
You love him.
She's a.
Oh,
big
I found out
fan
about the
of
real
this
Angela.
movie.
She pulled the face paint back the other day.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the list.
All
I get
right.
lost in those movies
All right.
sometimes.
Number
So do their characters.
Honorable mention. Put your honorable mentions in the comments. We'll get to them before we move on to number 10, Mr. Royal.
All right, honorable mention for me. Let's go ahead and start it out for me, guys. Again, this probably caught me. I think it was late 90s, and I thought it was just fun because I was coming into my pre-adolescent days. I was probably watching Gilbert Gottfried Up All Night, and around that time, movies. There had been so many Christmas movies done in my life, but one of them started to stand out, and that was because one of the great actors of our time, may he recover very well, Mr. Sinbad, and that was Jingle All the Way with him and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can you put that?
I am so glad that that's your number. That's your honorable mention.
Were you going to try? Oh, you were ready to attack me, weren't you? Now, one thing I do want to mention about that,
That's
okay, again,
funny.
this was in 1996. And again, also it has Jim Belushi in it. You know, he doesn't act that much anymore. But again, he definitely was in there and they all did a really good job. Now, here's my one.
Sorry, go ahead. Is that
Are you
still up on
sorry?
that screen? Did I minimize it on you? Is that still up on that screen or did I minimize it? It's not? Okay. Back. Cool.
You see how he treats me, guys? He didn't care about me. Honorable mention to the curator of the show right now. Just Anyway, so one thing I did want to mention about that film, and then I'll pass it over here to Annie, is that one of the things they try to do in the film, they're trying to get this toy. And again, I know what it's like now as a father to really want your kid to really want something, but I think it's sometimes it's just as bad. Girls want dolls and guys want trucks. At least when I was growing up, that's how we identified. But what I learned from that film was there was something called Turbo Man, and I was just like, okay, that's a way not to get in trouble with Superman, Batman, all that shit. But then I thought about it. That's the toy you want as a kid. That's not what you want to be called as a man.
Why?
Why?
Turbo Man.
Oh, like you go too fast?
Finishes really fast. It's on you, Annie.
Hey, you know what?
I don't get
No,
it.
No, you're not. You
Wait a minute.
apparently not.
You are clearly.
All the guys get it.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't want
All
you to go
this-
fast either, but I mean,
All
Then
the
you do get it.
All the
Oh,
Turbo
right.
Man.
All the
Okay.
single guys get it. All the married guys know that. And Angela can feel free to chime in on this one. Turbo is sometimes requested.
right?
Like,
Sexpresso.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah. Like I know I need to get this done. Let's do it.
All right.
Lickety split.
Come on. Oh wait, before we move on,
Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
before we move on to the next one, I got a real quick.
Did you know what turning?
What's wrong with you?
Before you do that,
No, I don't.
it was supposed to be me, Annie. Do you? Oh no, you're right. Because so you can come back. You are right.
Yep.
You're so slick.
Yeah.
Like
so
jail.
I got a few facts about Jingle All the Way. Just one, actually. It was directed by Brian Levant, and he directed actually a 2012 sequel, which I didn't even know existed, to A Christmas Story. Staying in the
What?
vein of
Oh, it just
holiday
came out. I
films.
refuse to watch it though.
No.
Not that one?
I said in 2012.
I heard in 2022 though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
yes.
He did not say
He did.
2022.
It had.
communicate a lot.
We all time.
Most of the show is us trying.
But it feels good though. It feels right. does.
Daniel
Always feels
Stern
good.
was actually the father.
The NBA commissioner.
No, Daniel Stern. Are you doing this to piss me off?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell that.
Because Home Alone is on your list.
So,
The fuck's the problem?
my list too. Way up there.
Fucking weirdo.
Way up
Brian
there.
Levant also directed Snow Dogs, Flintstones, Beethoven, and Problem Child 2.
Well, I apologize for that. Snow
Which
Dog.
Flintstones?
So we're talking about with
Like that-
Cuba
with-
Gooding Jr.
with,
Yeah.
John Goodman Flintstones?
Yeah.
Oh! Shout out to
fucking-
Rick Moranis. That was one of the few times you saw him acting back then.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Andy, what's your honorable mention? Wait. Let's get into the comments real quick. They're
Yeah.
building up. Angela's
I gotta have some love for Jingle All the Way.
Angela says honorable mention, not a movie but a TV episode, The X-Files season 6, episode 6, How
What?
the Ghost Stole Christmas, and Batman Returns. Don't you say what, Annie? You've got like 3 TV movies on your list.
And with that being said, make sure you guys catch us out on our other show. That's the fucking
Sorry,
television.
Angela, I love
Uh,
you. I
Court-
didn't mean to say that.
Courtney says Batman Returns is it's
Hey, you got my guy Christopher Waltz. Hey,
Wait, I don't
more
understand
cowbell is
that.
in the movie. You got more cowbell.
Courtney just says claymation movies.
Are you talking about like
Yes.
Gumby movies?
So just Pixar is what you're saying.
No, I think she's thinking like the
Burton's?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah.
It's not
Got you.
technically clay. It was the first time they used like
It might as well
I
have been
got you,
Clay.
brother.
Mike said honorable mention Rudolph from the 40s. Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be on that list.
I got
I got you.
Or
Hold on
in
a
the
minute,
top
guys.
10.
Hold on.
I
a
got
minute.
something to say about that one.
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah,
it
I bet
later.
you do. You will.
James says honorable mention Batman Returns. Only seen bits and
What?
pieces, otherwise it would be higher. Go finish the
Batman
rest.
Returns?
Are you- James, you got to start finishing, man.
James.
And just don't be a Turbo Man.
What?
Yeah, finish, just not too soon. Mike says, what the fuck? Mike says, what the fuck does David have against Home Alone? I don't have anything against Home
I'm
Alone.
gonna stab you in your neck for everybody.
I don't have anything against Home Alone.
What you got against Macaulay Culkin?
What?
Are we good? It went. Oh, can you turn it off and on? Let's see if that does a trick there.
Home Alone's a fucking classic.
Oh yeah, that's the 12-minute reset, or is that the 20
Yeah.
minute?
The
Oh yeah,
fucking
we haven't had to
classic.
do that in so long. I
Uh-huh.
love that.
When I see and hear your name, I don't hang around with David. So
Oh,
much.
I'll give it 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Dirt and the David. Sometimes I interchange. Oh wow, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Dirt now because you're
Is it
here. I
recorded
got to
too?
stick to Dirt because you're here.
Is it recording too?
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
Recording.
All right.
What's this,
I don't.
Michael
Okay,
Clayton?
so I do not have anything against Home Alone.
We'll get there.
I had something against him, not knowing who Daniel Stern was. with
I know
Home
who
Alone
Daniel
on
Stern
this
is.
list. Angela says,
Let's stab
James,
you.
you need to correct
Daniel
that wrong.
Stern?
Watch back. Yeah, James. Stop watching this right now.
Stop
Go
doing
watch
bits and
Batman
pieces of
Returns.
things, James, like the chip.
Mhm.
You got to take the movies.
Yes, right. doing something half-assed all the time.
These kids, man.
Marion Jones, the Christmas Story, Christmas is actually pretty good. I've heard the same thing about the sequel.
That's the second version.
Not me.
Yes. No.
That's when he was older.
She's back in 2022. We're back.
Listen, because I did research on it. It's when he
yes.
was older and
Yeah,
he came
yeah.
back and he did his children as the children Christmas Story.
I saw.
You are right.
Ralphie did. Yeah.
All right, Annie, what is your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is Frosty the Snowman from 1969.
The extended music video.
It-
Go ahead. Sorry.
What?
I just you scoffed at Angela's honorable mention being a TV episode, and Frosty is a 45-minute
Yeah,
music
these
video.
are actually animated TV shows that Rankin and Bass produced off of opera and off of storylines and books that they wrote, and they made them into the TV series back on CBS. And they were just TV animated.
He's like the most simplest hero of Christmas ever. It doesn't take much to make
the
him. You know what I'm saying? It's just
the
like,
magic- that
No,
magic.
yeah, he
hat-
is simple.
Listen, that magic
unless you don't
hat-
have a carrot to make his nose out of.
I would consider Frosty to be very emotionally complicated. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah, because his
gonna leave
face
you
changes
guys.
every degree. Every degree has a different emotion. He's just, man, give him a
He
break,
was
man.
always threatening them. Like,
The best snowman I've ever seen, by the way, was from Groundhog Day. I love that snowman.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that one.
What?
You
I,
Bill
Bill
son
I'm
of
Murray?
a
just
bitch.
kidding. I know that one. I'm fucking.
Yeah, I bet you Daniel Stern.
I don't have any facts about Frosty the Snowman.
I do.
Why?
What?
Okay, go ahead.
He's the most boring character ever made.
He is actually, but actually, he
Why is he
is
on the list?
after the Rankin and Bass, what Rankin and Bass produced, and that's going to go into my number 10, which comes first,
going to number
then
10?
Frosty. But
All right, that's good.
Wait. What?
yeah,
I thought Frosty is your honorable mention.
no,
It is
yeah,
her honorable mention.
Frosty's my honorable
She has
mention.
another Rankin Bass movie for
but-
10.
Oh,
So she's
okay.
He's my honorable mention.
What's
but
Dave's
he
name?
came after my number 10.
What's Dave's honorable mention? Not you, him. You're dirty now.
Okay,
You're back to being dirty. Yeah, my
Oh,
bad.
so
Yeah.
he's
Had to
David
switch
too?
it up. Yeah, he is. That's how to
Oh.
switch it up.
I'm gonna say it's not a movie. It is the community episode.
Did anybody get the rules?
Vacation
Oh,
episode.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Christmas episode is out of control good.
That gets a pass.
What?
It's
The community
the
episode
community.
Oh, okay.
Vacation
Oh, the
Christmas
community that
episode
with,
is out of
Ken
control
Young?
Good.
Ken,
Was
So funny.
was that but
It's
was,
dark.
was Chevy Chase involved with community
He was
when they
still
did
in that,
that?
yes.
So yeah, you
Yep.
got Griswold in it too. That's why it gets a pass.
I
It
mean,
always does. I
do
fuck
you
with
not-
Griswold.
Do you not like Community?
Oh no, I'm in the community. I'm into
That's
that. I'm
with
into
that-
that.
that's
The
with
Modern
Ken-
Families.
I got to pass because it was a TV show, not a movie.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
certain shows transcend, but not the ones that have been mentioned
Commu-
before. What you said,
that's the one with Ken Young. The
Kim
Oh.
Jong Un.
okay, what?
No.
He's
I know.
a
You know what
Spanish
I'm talking
teacher.
about.
I
Yeah.
do. I just thought it was
Okay.
a good plug.
But yeah, I don't know if he's in the Clemation episode. He probably is.
Now he's in some other things though, arms and.
Oh,
But-
Marlon Jones says Last Boy Scout was a Christmas.
Marlon
TV
Jones,
show
what
with
is up, my
Baby.
brother? Welcome to the world of the real,
I
and we
don't-
mean real, REEL,
I-
Matrix.
Yeah, I don't think it even. I don't think so.
Which
Marlon.
which one did he say?
Last Boy Scout.
Well, no, that was it. It got some Christmas themes to it in the Last Boy Scout.
In the last,
This is gonna be.
He said where? Hey Marlon, you're getting challenged by
minute,
our
yeah.
operator back here. You're getting challenged here, so he's telling you need to put in the comments what's the Christmas themes of the Last Boy Scout.
All right, my honorable
better, son.
mention is also a Rankin Bass.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Oh.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Oh,
Are
you
you
poser! You're such a
Ooh,
poser.
No.
And here's what I'll say about
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all of those movies that came out around that time. I put them on the list. This is why I said we judge these movies differently because that movie is terrible. When you go back and watch it, it's horribly cut. The voice editing is canny and shitty. It's like this.
Do you think they don't know that though?
But
Oh,
listen,
I think they know, and I think they don't care. I think they were so hopped up on cocaine when they made it. They were, this is great, and people are going to eat it up. And we did eat it up because I don't. When I watch that, it makes
Help me
me
out
here.
feel like I was a kid, like what you said.
Isn't the slang for cocaine snow?
oh my gosh.
Let's see what's
Yeah.
happening here. This whole Christmas thing has had us fucked
Well,
up all along.
in Christmas Vacation? The
Oh,
dude
we'll
that-
get there.
the
We'll
dude
get
that
there.
Delivers the paycheck.
Yeah.
The bonus.
Yeah.
If you notice what the name of his
Company name.
was Speedball Delivery,
Well, there you go.
which is what
Oh, I call that my guy John Goodman from Flight. Call Harlan. Call Harlan.
I call that Thursday night.
Yeah. It's
um,
Tuesday.
just
Damn it.
JK kidding.
Before we move on to number 10 and away from Rudolph, no, you know what? We can move on. I don't have any
Anything
notes
before-
on Rudolph.
Mm.
All right, we got
I
anything in the
do.
comments?
We do have 2 comments to check
Let's see what they say.
real quick. Marlon's coming back hot. Santa Claus. You can't debate that. That's a Christmas movie.
What?
Halle Berry as a stripper. That was a Christmas present.
Are you talking about Monster Ball?
He's going back to Last Boy Scout. And that's
Well, you can't go wrong with Holly. You had me at Holly before you even said Berry. Holly, Mary, Berry, Christmas. I love it.
all right. We're in number 10. James's number 10 is you're trolling. Kirk Cameron, Saving Christmas, one of the most insane, unintentionally hilarious Christmas movies I've
Cameron.
ever watched. P.S. Swaddling cloth. All right, I guess I'll have to watch that one and check that out. Angela's number 10 is Jack Frost, and Courtney has Elf coming in on her number 10.
Ooh,
Ooh,
number 10.
Mike, that's a good call, Mike. Number 10, Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights.
Okay. I
Oh,
didn't see that one
okay.
coming.
Good job, bro.
Holiday
like that.
movies. Holiday movies. Not the funny thing about the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and those movies is most of the people who voiced it and made those movies were Jewish.
Not touching
And?
that one. You're not going to Kyrie
You don't
me.
believe in Christmas? Is
and-
You're
that
not
what
going to
you're
Kyrie
saying?
or Kanye me tonight. Roy's going to make it.
I mean, you have to believe in Jesus to believe in Christmas, right?
I believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
The same spelling, just different pronunciation.
We can believe
What?
in money.
Did you?
Yeah,
We're not
well,
gonna-
Yeah, there we
That's true.
There we go.
James said, yeah, he's back on Kirk Cameron, Saving Christmas. It's horrible, but it's
Kirk
amazing.
Cameron.
Kirk
Like
Cameron.
Fireproof Kirk Cameron.
You do?
That's
Yeah.
neat.
Noted. Marking it.
Marking it, Terrence. Marking it.
All right, what's your number 10, Royal?
I'm gonna let you read it because I drew this at work today because I want.
it and pull up the
No, I just want you to
overlay.
read it and just say it. I drew it at work.
Shut up.
Edward Scissorhands, the man
Yeah.
himself. Now, if you don't know the running, not even joke, the running theme, Durden here has a superpower.
He be cutting
Durden
shit
has a superpower. Yeah, well, thanks, Andy, because I was actually going to go there. He does cut shit up, and so
Cut
he's
up.
one of the best editors in the world that I know. So I started calling him Edward Scissorhands because I can't do what he do. See, I'm young box cutter. I can do what I can, but I'm not Picasso. You know what I'm saying? You ask me to act out a scene, I'll fucking give you Sidney Poitier. You ask me to cut something up, it'll get done eventually. I'm everywhere. Check that out on the channel now. But what you call it? I love this film. Like I say, it was a 1990 film. So you're talking about coming.
1990 was
Are you trying to do
best
something that sound?
year.
Pull, just wiggle the green thing in the back of the computer.
Thanks.
Give it, hold on, guys. I'm wiggling the green thing here. Give it 5, 4. There we're done. And we're
Ooh,
back.
1990 was a
wiggle
good
it.
year too.
Stop wiggling. Act like you gave a reach around before. So
Ooh,
anyway,
a reach around.
all right, kids. I hope you're not watching now. If you are, don't tell your parents.
What is a reach
And but
around,
before
Mama?
you don't tell your parents, hit subscribe.
All right, you were saying about how awesome
Okay,
I am
so
at editing.
1990. Like I said, what I
Good
love
year.
about this is because again, 1990 is now. You got to understand this. That's the first year people can start judging films and saying, hey,
Mhm.
this is a film from the 90s. This is a 90s era film. The only messed up part about that is most films that came out at the beginning of the 90s, as we all know, were shot and made in the 80s at some point in time. But what I will say is this: you get a little early Tim Burton here, and y'all talked about claymation. You talked about different styles, and I love. He's even admitted this. Tim Burton said that it's not his best film, but it's his favorite film. Because most people don't know this. Tim Burton got that inspiration from that character by drawing while he was in class. He was a recluse, not on purpose. People just didn't fuck with him. It was like Forrest Gump, like, can't
actual
sit
Tim
here.
Burton?
The actual
Okay.
Tim Burton, the one, the
One
only.
other.
Well, there's another Tim Burton out there. Check your phone book, guy.
You know what I mean?
And but with that being said, like I said, you
I
have Tim
don't.
Burton, but also what you do here is, and I hope Emma's watching for this one. We have a young, talented Johnny Depp. He doesn't even look weird being Edward Scissorhands because Johnny's Johnny, Aquaman. But that being said, but we also have a young Winona Ryder, and we all know how Emma feels about
Jason?
Winona Ryder, especially in Heathers. So with that being said, guys, that's my number 10, Edward Scissorhands.
All right, before we move on from Edward Scissorhands, real quick though.
Did you know with Durden?
All right, Edward Scissorhands. This marked the beginning of one of the most notable director-actor relationships ever, Depp and Burton. Did you say that?
I did say it, guys.
I'm gonna repeat some of these things
Why the fuck did you let me go through that diatribe?
because I don't want to.
Oh, so I guess we do our research.
yeah.
All
yeah.
right. All right.
The little blonde boy on the slip-in slide at the beginning of the film is actually Nick Carter in an uncredited cameo.
Rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Yeah. Johnny Depp's first role was in a movie with someone else who had sharp fingers. What you looking at?
She tapped me and then she.
You know,
Yeah, Johnny Depp's first film was with another character who had very sharp fingers.
Freddy Krueger.
There you go.
Who?
All
Night-
right. I know you weren't testing me.
I was.
Please.
And
I
Anthony
was trying to be
Michael.
incognito.
I'm gonna say you like Viagra. Give me something hard.
Anthony Michael Hall played the bully in this, which was
Oh,
fun to
yes.
see
Yeah,
because
yeah.
He's usually like the dork in all the movies. And
Yeah.
one of the movies that he was also a dork in was also like loosely based on Frankenstein, like Edward Scissorhands on Weird Science.
Weird
Oh,
science.
I
Oh,
love Weird
with
Science. I
with
was
my
on the other
guy,
night.
with my guy, Iceman.
He coming.
Remember I sent you that clip from Weird Science the other day when I saw it on TV?
It's funny though because I didn't
I
get
sent-
it. Y'all have a separate chat that I don't know about because I thought we had a group chat.
No,
Are we not a
I
group?
s-
I'm finna join the other Dave's group because he doesn't keep stuff from me. Okay,
I
these
put
guys are
it-
back here supporting me. I
I
don't know.
thought
what
I
y'all
put
are
it in the
doing.
group chat.
All right, Peter.
What's your number 10, Annie?
My number 10 is Rudolph,
Can't leave the four legs, can we?
the red-nosed reindeer.
Did you know that the girl that voiced Rudolph also
girl?
voiced Betty Boop?
Yes.
Yeah, you did?
Did
Yes,
you
I
know
did
the
my
original Betty
research.
Boop was black?
Huh?
Did you know the original Betty Boop was black? And that's not a Sophia Stewart or Morris story. That's actually factual. And if you fucking pull up Google right now to fact check me, I'm gonna stab you because it's true.
Then why can't I pull up Google?
Pull the shit up.
I'm not. I'll do it
Pull
another
it
time.
up.
I'll
Oh.
do
Pull
it
it up.
another time.
Man, spit that shit out, man.
Why? What? You said?
Okay, so listen,
What's the,
Rudolph.
why did I say it?
No. Why did she say Rudolph? That's what I'm trying to suss out
My
here.
turn.
Yeah. You go.
Because
I'm not
Rudolph to
trying
me,
to turn it
I
into a
mean,
murder fest.
like when I was
No.
a child, you watched Rudolph. You know, you think of Santa Claus, the reindeers, and then Rudolph, and then
That's-
Rudolph was
You made me think of what I wanted to say. Why I don't like Rudolph.
why?
Because I do the same thing. Like I have the DVD
All-
collection of
yes,
all of them,
all
the
of the
Christmas
little
classics.
yes.
And every year I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, it's Christmas time. Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman, and I
Yes.
put them in, and I'm like,
This is where you
isn't-
fail.
isn't
This
even
is where you
beginning
fail.
of the
These are not
whole-
movies you watch. These are movies you play in the background when family comes
While you're
over.
putting on
They're
the
Yes,
perfect.
but listen,
The
this is
ham's almost
classic.
ready.
Okay, so congratulations, you made a movie you're not supposed to watch.
They're the
That's like
lifetime of the films.
They're
No,
their
don't put-
atmosphere.
They're atmosphere films.
for your
Yeah.
cookie making.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're feel goods.
yeah.
Yeah, a different type of feel
It makes
good.
me feel
Well,
nostalgic
'cause
about when I was a
They were
child.
made on snow.
We got a few.
It was
in
the
here,
80s. I see what you're doing. You're working. You're working.
Marlon got Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Easy
he also,
boy.
He also is throwing
Foreshadowing.
out Friday After Next in there. Is
Oh,
he
Marlon,
ready
one
to
at a
do
time.
it?
Can we get one at a time, Marlon?
Yes, he said thumbs up.
I don't know to what though, because we're like,
But then he said Charlie Brown Christmas.
Marlo, you could have been here tonight, man. You want to come on one night, man? Hey, seats open.
All right, my number 10. My number 10 is a film that when I picked my movies, I was strict because there's a lot of good holiday movies
It
out there.
is,
So
it
when
is.
I picked mine, I wanted to be completely honest. Is it something that I will put on and actually watch
Okay.
repeatedly,
Okay.
like every year? And everyone on my list from now until number 1.
So no Rudolphs, no animals with 4 legs. Maybe case by case.
Case by case.
Okay, all right.
My number 10
He looked at
is
that list pretty hard.
He did.
well,
He
I
scanned
can't-
it for
I don't
animal.
wanna
He's
give
an
it
animal
away.
scan.
Christmas Story.
All right.
Why the hell not? Why wouldn't it be on everybody's Christmas movie list?
That probably would be.
It's inescapable on TNT
It is. It really
and
is.
TBS. It plays literally. The
Is it
whole
not the
time.
first movie you ever remember in your life saying, "Oh, there's a 24-hour channel"? Because that was the first time I saw the rules of film being broken. That it was the one movie that was accepted to be played 24 hours. You knew every year on Christmas. For somebody to say, "Oh, I didn't catch the Christmas Story this Christmas," then what'd you do? Because they ran it for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, it's.
I used to drink Ovaltine and watch that.
Yeah, and that's one of those movies. I feel like it captures all the feelings that I'm trying to get by watching Christmas movies. In one film, it sums up that time
I
perfectly.
love it.
Before we move on from A Christmas Story, super quick, you guys.
Did you know what turning?
Record you a better voiceover for that one.
No, I wanted to be just like that.
I
every
can't do
single
that
time.
voice.
Did you know what dirt? A writer, director, Bob Clark, he did Porky's. That is fucking me up so bad.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Because when I was talking earlier and you started doing IT work, it was fucking me up so bad. Are you talking about the smoke or the sound of the
The
smoke?
sound of the
I'll
smoke.
stop, please. No, I'll stop.
All right, writer, director, Bob Clark. He actually did Porky's 1 and 2 just before he did A Christmas Story. The success of oh yeah, baby. Oh, let me
You sick son of a bitch.
Man, stop being weird. The success of
Can I
Porky's.
elevate that?
What? Oh,
Okay,
that's
never mind.
yours?
No, yeah.
No, go ahead. I thought it was his.
Why
No.
would it be mine? It's pink. Now there's anything wrong with that.
Right?
Can I just get through? I've got 7 of these. I just wanna
Why
get
do
to
you
the
have,
first
bro? This
one.
is not that type of show. What are you doing?
It is this. I mean, I'm on this type of show, and guess what?
Did you know with Durden?
What's wrong with you?
It's Did You Know with Dirty Time.
It's certain time.
Bob Clark, director, he did Porky's 1 and 2 just before A Christmas Story, and the success of Porky's actually allowed him to make the movie that he wanted to make. So without Porky's, there'd be no A Christmas Story. Before that, in 1974, he did a very different kind of Christmas movie, a horror film called Black Christmas, which is actually kind of a cult classic. Rest in peace to Bob and his son, Ariel Clark. Both were killed by a drunk driver in April of 2007. This is I'm telling you, we're going to ruin Christmas for you tonight, kids. Marvel Connection, Peter
Yes,
Billingsley.
I got that.
I got it too.
I got one. I got a fun fact on Marvel on Christmas Story.
Well, let me just check what segment we're in real quick because I thought it was.
Did you know with Durden?
What's wrong with you?
Did you know it, Durden?
Where is it?
What'd you say? Marvel Connection. Peter Billingsley played Ralphie, of course. He played as William Ginter River. Did I say that
Iron
right?
Man. He was in no Spider-Man. Far From Home.
Yes, and Iron
Ooh.
Man. You had it right the first time, and Iron Man.
Because that's
as
what I
well.
do. Okay.
And he probably got the role from
Fucking rookie.
playing with working with John Favreau on another movie that's on our list
John
tonight.
Favreau. That's what it is.
Elf.
Yes.
I got
Yeah.
another connection to Brad Copeland.
Oh,
Hold on.
love you, Brad.
Brad,
Where is
I'm
it?
moving.
Right here.
This
Oh,
is with
no,
Dirty.
Sorry.
Peter Billingsley actually directed Corporate Retreat. I mean,
Uh,
Couples
Vin-
Retreat.
Oh, the movie that Vince Vaughn stole?
What?
Allegedly,
No, Brad said he did it.
I believe.
Vince
Brad.
Vaughn stole what movie?
Couples Retreat. They probably renamed it. But I love you, Vince, because you're in
Yeah.
one of my movies coming soon. So forget everything I just said.
Peter Billingsley, he
Yes.
was actually in the sheriff when he's daydreaming about being the sheriff in A Christmas Story. That was real chewing tobacco in his mouth.
It was the 80s.
He actually threw up.
Thought it was
Um,
Big Chew bubblegum.
A Christmas Story inspired the Wonder Years. Most of
What would I
Really?
do
the, I mean, it's
if I?
you know, growing
Hold
up
on.
narration. What you got,
See,
Dave?
When I was 5, my uncle gave me chewing tobacco, and I thought it was like Big League Chew.
Yeah, the gum.
Did you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
like a
Big Chew
Sandlot
gum.
moment?
Yeah,
I feel like he
but in
gave
my
it to you because he knew
backyard,
you would never do it after
and I
that.
swallowed.
Ugh.
I did it like 20.
You swallowed it?
later.
Okay.
I swallowed the spit. I didn't know. I thought it was chewing gum. I didn't
But you don't swallow chewing gum either. So what's
I
your
do.
excuse now?
I swallow every chewing gum. I
You do.
eat.
You do. You do.
You
You
know?
do. Yeah.
You
it's
don't.
true.
I swallow my
So,
chewing gum.
yeah, I didn't throw
Not
up
good.
on somebody else,
I-
but I had
It
my
is
own Sandlot
every
moment at
time.
5.
Sandlot. I love Sandlot.
Most of the Christmas stories inspired by Gene Shepard's book "In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash,"
Yeah.
which is an excellent title. This was a collection of short stories that he wrote for Playboy magazine. These included the flagpole scene and the Christmas dinner at the Chinese restaurant. Gene Shepard is the narrator of the film as well as an older Ralphie.
You're one of the great voices of our time. He really did a great job with that.
Yeah, that he is the voice of Christmas.
Yeah, I can give him that.
Sean Astin almost ruined the movie by trying to play Ralphie.
Give him a
Flip,
fucking break, man.
I won't.
Okay.
What movie
Fl-
did Sean Astin play Ralphie in the
He-
second one?
Christmas.
No, he didn't.
According to him, he didn't.
He didn't. He auditioned. He tried,
Oh,
but the casting director was wise and said, "Nah."
yeah, no.
Flick, the flagpole kid, I recognize him.
Mhm.
He was the one who, the very problematic movie today with
What?
Richard Pryor, the toy.
I still love it. Wonder Wheel.
Well, you're allowed
With
to.
his- with
Oh,
the,
thanks, Dave.
I,
Master Bates.
yeah, I
Thanks.
think it has a really good message.
Woo.
You know,
That's one with
Go
that
back and
white
watch
guy,
that,
him,
kids.
Him and that white guy, and the white guy's rich.
Hey,
What-
she
Mar-
got
what's
the message.
What's his name?
Not Marlon Brando.
No, not Marlon Brando. Martin Sheen, Martin Short.
before we
Enjoy?
jump over to Dave, let's check the comments real quick. James MCD says "How the Grinch Stole Christmas" is his number 9.
He said, hold on, in parentheses, original.
The original.
Give
Jim
him credit.
Carrey and Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict and Cumberbatch got
Say that again?
nothing on.
Say that
Boris
one more time.
Karloff.
One more time.
Benedict and Cumberbatch.
Oh,
making
coming to
fun of,
coming to butt. He
coming
said
to
he coming to butt. What'd you say?
Benedict and Cumberbatch.
He's making
Coming
fun
to
of
butt.
Doctor Strange.
Dr.
I
Strange.
can't hear you.
Doctor getting some strange by Benedict and Cumberbatch. All right.
And he's also making fun of Sherlock Holmes.
James is high. Okay.
I hope it's Laurel. Please tell me you're not in this episode because James is high. He's off the chip challenge, the Pocky.
James is high.
Angela's number 9 is Black Christmas.
You come around so much since I've met you.
It took her a while to see it.
I know. It's getting dark in here.
Marlon says, why were we both thinking about Porky's randomly?
Well, now
I feel like we got a new Mathis.
you have. Oh, that's his nemesis.
Oh, well,
They're nemesis.
yeah, because they're so much like each other, they can't stand each other.
If you saw this text thread, but that's what we don't show that over here.
How Mike said, how many did you know with Durden are we gonna hear today? At least 32 more, Mike. I got
and Mike, in fairness, I asked him not to do it. He's making his own segments.
He's
so
gonna do it every time somebody fucks it.
So next week, I'm gonna have a segment called Rocking with Rory, where I talk about all the greatest rocks from around the earth, the crack rocks, the geological rocks, all the rocks of the earth.
You can do that, and
Rock
you want your ass out within.
Yeah. I can do that. I can do that real good.
Are we talking about the greatest thongs in film history?
No.
Yeah,
I like it.
The biggest, the biggest assers. Angela, she says the original Grinch is feel good. Jim Carrey Grinch is funny.
Guys, if you just saw who just came across the camera, that is our very hardworking. What do you want to go by? I need another. I'm just calling him Accolades. I like
cinematographer.
Accolades. What's your nickname?
Accolade. Nick.
So
Nicolades is that's our guy, man.
Oh, I had something locked and loaded.
I'm glad you didn't say what I say because I can get away with saying that. You're gonna get now. You can't get away with saying that.
Thank you.
You can say Nicolades.
Dave from the couch. The casting couch is hot tonight.
And Marlon chimes in just in time. God no.
I told you Mathis is a nemesis. I told you.
Oh, Angela told me not to do that. Did you know what they're?
I told you not to do it, so you're not listening to your wife or me.
The more people that tell me no, the
more he's gonna do it.
You would not.
Fuck.
The police.
Did you know what they're?
What's wrong with you?
So good. It only gets. It's like a fine wine. It gets better. Mike says number 9, Just Friends. Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart.
What?
Courtney Clinton says unaccompanied minor.
Do we need
to send help?
They're arguing about their lists. So
Okay.
Blink twice if you need help.
And
I don't know that movie.
Just Friends is a holiday movie. See, I don't. Okay. All right.
Just Friends.
Dave, what is your number 10?
Well, I can promise you this.
Look,
I didn't make a
Angela
list of
said it was.
11, but I'll give you some of my tops.
Okay.
We have to go. You have to just name one though, because just one. Just one.
Klaus. The
Oh,
cartoon.
Okay.
The origination of Santa Claus.
I do like that. It's like the
I haven't
prequel of the
seen it
origin
yet.
story. I know what he's
It's
talking
like,
about.
yeah,
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Yeah.
what number are we on?
I haven't
10.
seen a movie like that.
Was that recent?
No, it's probably been the last 7 years.
Okay.
But I do know what he's talking about. I love it's like the Joker, Arthur
It's
Fleck story to
so
Kent Santa.
good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion in it. Like
You're
Santa is like kind of not banned or barred from the city, but he gets tired of everybody and goes away.
That's why he goes to the fucking pole, man.
And then
Like a stripper.
and then somebody finds him.
Stupid.
Somebody finds him, and then
Pink pussy.
they figure it out. It's great.
See, Uncle Charlie.
He gets a heart again.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We got to get out of this segment. Christmas is ruined. You were right. Christmas is ruined. A cardigan or a heart again? Which one the fuck did he get, man?
Mike Clinton says Just Friends is set around Christmas. It's central to the plot. Look how the people in the chat are just having their own debate.
But I
about
love
We're
it
not even
because
listening to anything.
No.
we are complete. For all the cursing we did not do last, this is the creepiest episode we've had all season. But I
Right?
like it. Where
They're
we
just
at,
using
We're not even at
essentially
9 yet.
using the live stream for their own chat service. All right, you
All right.
guys have fun in there. We're gonna keep doing the show on this side.
Okay.
We're gonna talk amongst ourselves, and you guys just talk about.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna
what
put a
was your
little-
number 9?
I'm gonna put a little turbo man on this and get right to it. My number 9 was reindeer games, and I'm gonna tell you this thing, man. Listen, first and foremost, you can't knock it as a Christmas movie. If reindeer's in the title, but I'll be honest with you, this was my first intro to Ben Affleck actually acting. Now, again, I'm not saying this was his first film. No,
No.
yeah, I'm saying my first time for me saying, who is this guy? I probably had seen him before and didn't care because I was so young, but I was like, man, this is a good plot. And I love casinos. And it's like you have all these guys dressed like Santa robbing a casino. So again, I'm getting older now. I don't want to see the same Christmas. I don't want to see
Yeah.
the 40s Rudolph that you hate in his background movies now. And I hate it too, because as an adult, it doesn't play. As a child, I love it. I love for my child to watch it, but I'm on the phone, I'm doing something else. But Reindeer Games, the plot, the acting, and I love it. Spoiler alert, at the end of that movie, he's like freaking Robin Hood. The movie ends with him, the money he got from the casino, he winds up putting it in random mailboxes. Not in my neighborhood, but just walking down the street. And I just love that. So I love Reindeer Games. And he has this line in there. He's like, you know what I want? I can really use some pecan fucking pie. And that's my number 9.
All right,
Number
real
9.
quick, guys.
Did you know with Durden?
What's wrong with you?
All right.
And if you want
Reindeer
Durden to end
Games-
this segment, just gonna put thumbs up in that comment section down
Oh,
there.
yeah, please
No
fuel
thumbs
my
up.
fire. Tell me not to do it, my wife. Please. Reindeer Games, written by Aaron Kruger, who also wrote a film that Royal covered on this channel. Do you know what that was?
God, I wish I knew, but I'm gonna say pray.
Take another guess. One more.
Maverick, top
yes,
9.
yes.
All right, Roy.
All right,
Um,
all right, all right.
And this is a fact that is included in the IMDb trivia, word for word. Gary Sinise's hair features heavily throughout the film as it is on his head, and he doesn't wear a hat. His hair is so soft and lovely that he refused to cover it up throughout the film. So there you go. There's your facts about Reindeer Games. Very, we confirmed these facts.
Guys, go watch it.
Sources.
Ben Affleck stars in jail, which he should have been in anyway for his first portrayal of Batman. Oh no, actually Daredevil. So yeah.
I've seen one scene from Reindeer Games.
Which one? Pecan fucking pie.
The motel scene.
Ah, that'll do it for you each time.
Yeah. Catch it on.
We'll catch you guys in Rated R season 5.
Catch it on Pornhub and have a ho 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 Merry Christmas.
You don't even have to catch it on Pornhub. Just get on Amazon Prime.
You don't have to watch the
Well,
whole movie, though.
instinct.
Just skip right to the good part.
I don't skip. I'm not a turbo man.
Oh, I like
I got something that's gonna piss you off so bad about Reindeer.
Well, I don't
Games
give a
later.
shit. See how you number 1, I'll number 2 right behind you.
my number 1's gonna piss him off. You off.
My number 1's gonna piss all you guys.
My number
off.
3 is binary.
Oh
That's
my-
what I'm just trying to get inclusive tonight.
Annie, what's your number 9?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Waka 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 waka.
There you
Wah,
go.
wah, wah. Listen, Charlie Brown, he
Yikes.
was a little depressed.
Oh, he was very depressed.
He was a little
eyebrows say it
depressed,
all.
you know, and he needed to have lift his Christmas.
I just want to go ahead and
spirits
say this.
by making the play. Go ahead.
No, I just
No,
want
you go ahead, Annie.
No, you
were
go ahead. It's
No.
your turn. It's your turn.
No.
It is your turn.
It's your turn. He was based off another character. Listen to the name. Charlie was not brown. Go ahead.
Oh God, you can do this every Christmas
If
movie.
I have to. It was a very dark time for me. The
Hey.
night is a very dark place for me. It's dark for everybody.
Listen, I
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
anyway.
You're dreaming of a white
No,
Christmas?
Speedballs.
Go
no. Listen, Charlie Brown Christmas for me was a classic. It made me nostalgic for my childhood. But listen, Charlie Brown was a little depressed back then. You know
Very
what I mean? And
depressed.
he was very depressed.
Very.
And I know you got some fun facts on that, don't you?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I'll get
Such
to
a
that.
All right,
sad
but let me
cartoon.
get to the end. So anyway, he gets to do the little play and make the play sufficient for everybody. And he goes to find the Christmas tree and and then they try to help him by making the Christmas tree better and because it was so floppy. But he was very depressed and his friends came and helped him and lifted him up. So I feel like that's like a community coming together.
It's not what the Christmas tree looks like or what's underneath it. It's
Trust
what's
me, I
around
know.
it.
I know that
Why do I
metaphor.
feel like Charlie
Trust
Brown
me, I
is
know
a
that
child
metaphor.
version?
It's not about what it is, about what's inside.
I feel like
No,
Charlie
that's
Brown
right.
is a
No,
child version
I-
of King
trust
of the
me, I
Hill.
know. I'm dying to hear, David.
Did you know with Durden?
What's wrong with you?
All right, so a few
tell
facts
me.
about Charlie Brown Christmas. Before I ruin it, director Bill Melendez did most of the Charlie Brown films and shorts. He was also a famed animator working on things like Looney Tunes and, interestingly enough, Cool World, which was a cool movie, underrated. He
I
was
don't remember
actually the
it.
voice of Snoopy as well.
Hmm.
All right, this is where it gets sad.
Okay.
If you don't want Charlie Brown ruined forever, step away for about 90 seconds. So yes, Charlie, and I'm not. This isn't even like a joking matter. He had bipolar disorder. He
Yes.
was seriously depressed. He didn't just sound downtrodden and troubled. He really was. And he actually took his own life in January of this year after a long struggle with that bipolar
Charlie Brown?
disorder. Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown.
Wait.
The actual actor, the voice got it voiced.
Charlie Brown
The-
Q.
the
Wait a
kid-
minute.
The kid that voiced him. Yeah.
Wait, David, tell me. Hold on. David.
See, I'm saying you're saying that wrong. You should have said the guy that voiced him took his life,
Charlie
David.
Brown killed
Or
himself, or
Obviously,
the
a
guy did?
cartoon
Cannot-
didn't kill himself.
Oh, I guess you
Yes,
never saw. I
yes.
guess you never saw South Park.
Oh my god, I hate South Park.
Kenny, all right,
Kenny.
we're reaching. What I would
I'm not
say,
reaching. I'm teaching.
I do like I do like the Charlie Brown Christmas. I think that's another one of those movies. I put that one over. Like, I'll actually sit down and watch that one. It's like
Yeah.
got clever dialogue, and the
Yeah.
music is, and even the cinematography kind of feels like a Wes Anderson film in cartoon form. It's
You need
cool.
to sit down and watch Bebe's
It's one of
Kids.
See that?
um,
Yeah, it's
Where
like,
it moves through the scenes, the colors are bright,
and everything feels deliberately
Yeah.
blocked and in a simplistic
Yep.
way. Yeah, and,
Like-
and the soundtrack is and everything that makes Charlie Brown Christmas great, they had to fight against the network executives. Like, no canned laughter, weird jazz music, actual kid voices. None of this is going to work. Those are all the things that make
I just really
Brown
feel like
so
Charlie
Really?
Brown is the kid
Mm.
prequel to King of the Hill. That's what I feel.
That's a strange take.
Well, that's what I'm here for,
Extreme.
brother.
King
I'm
of the
gonna
Hill.
have to-
stretch too.
Yeah,
Hey, call me Mr. Armstrong.
yeah. You see all those participation awards. up
I'm
there
gonna
for
stab
that?
your ass.
That man can stretch
I'm
like no
gonna
other.
I'm gonna go on Amazon tonight and buy a fake bottle that will splash over your head that looks real.
They have those.
I will kill you.
At the like magician shops, magic shops.
Before I tell
Oh, it's
you
a
my
trick over
number
here, all
9,
right.
we're gonna check the comments real quick here. Angela's just agreeing with Mike about Just Friends being a Christmas movie. She says, I agree. David tried to tell me it was not a holiday movie. Mike is giving her thumbs up. Angela is correcting herself and saying it wasn't. Real good stuff in there, guys. Keep it coming.
That's what she said.
Keep it coming. All right, my number 9
Yes,
is,
first.
and I'm gonna place a bet that you guys haven't seen this movie.
What? You're gonna place
One of the
bet?
greatest actors of all time,
Oh, honey, hush.
Who?
Kevin Spacey in The Ref with
Kevin
Dennis
Spacey?
Leary and Judy Davis. This is a fantastic movie. Dennis Leary is like he's a scoundrel. He's a hooligan. You know, he's up to no good. Kevin Spacey and his wife seem to be well off, so he kidnaps them on Christmas Eve. And the trouble is that they have a whole bunch of family coming over for Christmas Eve. And what Dennis Leary doesn't realize is the people that he has tied up actually have like more problems, and he pretty much ends up being the
Pretty
one that feels
much.
kidnapped, and he ends up helping them work through their stuff. It's a really fun movie. It's kind of like American Beauty before American Beauty. It's fun. Let me see if I need to
I think you laid it out.
yeah, no, I laid it
Yeah, I
out,
wish I
but
really
Now you want to iron it?
I think I might want to iron it just a
Oh.
little bit here. One
Did you know what dirty?
I'm about to pay him to never do this
I'm about
again.
tired of that.
director, I love this. Director, this is exactly what I wanted, and Angela can confirm this. Ted Demme, rest in peace, also directed, among other things, Blow, Life, a bunch of Dennis Leary stand-up specials, and Salt and Pepper's Push It.
I love Blow,
Yeah.
the movie, not the drug,
Yeah, it's a good one.
per
It's a good
se.
one. Pee Wee Herman's best performance for sure.
Or Big Top.
Yeah.
Oh
All right.
no, that was his
I
best
like a big
performance.
top.
Not what he did in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
No.
Ah.
That was bad.
It was.
What's your number 9? Or what's just another one?
Uh,
I'm not.
I'm gonna throw the holiday out there.
Oh, talk.
This is a
Hold on.
movie
We
and
need we need
Yeah.
like a saying for when it's on nobody's list. Where's the
I
lion?
know.
Where's the
What-
lion?
what is
Give me the lion.
Where's
can't
the
when you're
lion?
shaking my mouse hand.
Well, I'm not. Lion.
No.
Why such a strong
Well,
reaction?
Holiday is a movie that we don't talk about around here.
That's the lie we gave you. The lion.
I'm just saying.
I bet Angela's in the comments right now. No, she's not. Surprised. She'll get there. She'll catch
We'll
up.
get there.
Yeah, the holiday is a strange place for me, and I will keep this at 30 seconds. The night that Angela made me watch the holiday, because I like
Listen.
everybody in it, but I'm not interested in it. So the night that we were watching it was 420 on like 2009 or 8, and we're babysitting my brother. He's got his friends over. They're underage drinking. I'm smoking. I'm on the
Unaccompanied
back porch, I'm
minor.
getting high. We start the holiday, and long story short, police knock on the door. I think they're there for the underage drinking. They're not there for that. Okay, they're there for the pot smell. They're not there for that.
No.
They're like, do you know this guy? Yeah, I know him. Well, he hired somebody to kill you. We've been tailing you for like a week to make sure it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
You had a hit on your head?
Yeah.
The holiday was
You?
I can't watch. I never finished the holiday after that. Like I will. Oh, and here comes Angela just in time. Okay, Angela, you're going to be the only one that enjoys this. Dave maniacally laughing. I know. Oh, she's catching up. Yeah. So every time I haven't finished it since, because every time I start it, it's like, is there going to be a knock at the door with police? I found out when I put a Hot Pocket in the microwave when I was like 19. And while the Hot Pocket was cooking, my grandmother called me to let me know that my dog died that was staying with her. I haven't ate a Hot Pocket since then. It took me like 3 months to take that Hot Pocket out of the microwave. I feel the same way about Hot Pockets as I do about the holiday.
I'm about to stab
You'll
Annie.
never
So
finish the holiday.
I'm about to stab Annie so we never have to see Dirt and
Listen, I've been
No
stabbed
again.
before.
Because
I don't
apparently
wanna-
when
I don't
something
wanna be
tragic
stabbed
happens,
again. I've
something
been
has to
stabbed
end.
before. No.
Let's catch up in the chat.
I don't have much to
Well,
read.
I'm real glad I brought the holiday up then.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, go
you're
ahead.
welcome.
Don't read that one. Don't read
Ruin
that
it.
one. Don't read that one.
Okay.
Marlon has a really great film that I'm going to talk about later. Thanks, Marlon. I will be bringing you. Named. Are you watching my list? You list poaching?
James MCD says Nightmare Before Christmas, 2 holidays for the price of 1. I say overrated. Mike Clinton says number 8, Jingle All the Way.
Thanks, Mike. Because that was my honorable mention. Thanks, Turbo Man.
Okay. That movie was so bad it killed Phil Hartman.
Who said, "Oh, I
James
see what you did there."
MCD reviews every time. Did you know what Durden plays? An angel fucking dies.
Thank you, bro. This is unanimously not wanted. You're very talented, but on air, I want you to.
I don't think you trust.
Did you know what Durden?
What's wrong with you?
All right. Angela, you're going to be the only one that enjoys this, and I'm maniacally laughing. I know that's what I'm hoping. It deserved a repeat.
I felt like a pre-call.
The holiday is on my list. That's Angela. Yeah, she loves
Is it?
and I'm never gonna finish it.
Because you were on someone's list.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, good one.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Courtney.
Oh, it's on our list though.
Not that one.
said
No,
it's
we're
on
talking
the
about
list,
two totally
though.
different lists.
No, I know the other list you were talking
It's
about.
on the list, though.
Courtney likes the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. That looks interesting. And,
Yeah.
what's his name? Kurt.
No,
I have a-
Kurt Russell.
Kurt
Kurt
I have
Russell.
a feeling the
Kurt
movie
Russell.
that Emma's going to be reviewing next month is going to become one of my favorites. I like that guy. It's
What?
David Naughton.
Yeah.
I really like. He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Marlon says great minds, brother.
Oh, I will give you that. Marlon is astute when it comes to the films. I will give him that.
It's turbo time, Mike Clinton. All right, Angela says, all right, I'm out. I've had the flu. I need sleep. David, your number 1 is the best. I know. Here's the rest of my list because I'll read her
That
list.
was a
after we
compliment
go
from you.
through
She was
these.
saying you're number 1.
Uh-huh.
Your go-to guy is the best. Thanks,
Nah,
Ange.
She knows what my number 1 is.
She going
Yeah,
to bed?
Lupita Nyong'o.
All right, we are on number 8.
All right. Number 8, I'll jump right to it and I won't stay long. We already mentioned it. A lot of people have mentioned it. It is a Christmas story. I'm just going to say 3 phrases here. For Geely, you'll shoot your eye out with that thing, kid, talking about the Red Ryder BB gun. And of course, oh, fudge. Only I didn't say fudge. Christmas story. And yeah, you send your voice over cash apps to Mr. Royal, Mr. Gold, fuck a golden
Classic.
voice when you can have a royal
Who would you
voice.
say the scene stealer is? in
Christmas Story?
I'll be honest with you.
The
Most
dad.
people, no. Most people won't say that. The mom.
The mom, yeah. she
Because
was
of
good.
all the shit she had to take, she had to be Ralphie's confidant, and then she had to tell her little kid, the weird motherfucker with all the bubble wrap and shit. She was like, eat it like a pig, eat it like a pig. She did that shit. Like mom was. It reminded you of your mom.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
mom may not be rich or anything like this, but she's the glue to the family, and that's why you can always watch A Christmas Story because it was a Christmas film, but it was also a film. It wasn't like just like you were saying earlier.
no.
It's not just nostalgia. We're watching motherfucking a tongue get stuck to a pole. Oh, I knew I loved that when I got
Yeah.
older. And also you got fucking the kid. After all the shit's been said tonight, you heard what I said. And you got that fucking when Ralphie finally fucking loses, like he gets tired of being bullied, and he fucking goes fucking werewolf on that fucking bully. I love that shit because he's hitting him,
He
but
sounded-
some of his
Nice
mitts
soft glow
are
with that electric
like
sex.
loose, so you
He
see
went-
like this little.
He went full Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
He did. Yeah.
He
And
said-
then, but he's also a bitch too because he got his best friend or his friend an ass whooping he didn't deserve. Remember, like, did you say this, Ralphie? Mommy said he said this, and mama. And then they hung up the phone. That kid got an ass whooping because of Ralphie.
Yeah.
Christmas Story.
Annie.
Yeah.
Man, that escalated and de-escalated super quick.
It happens. You know how I get, man.
3 phrases to a.
Well, he had said he had 30 seconds before he got to the rest of his story earlier. So I mean, we'll be back.
What's your number 8, Annie?
My number 8 is Bad Santa
Ooh.
with Billy Bob Thornton, Bernie Mac, Tony Cox, and I'm sorry, but I'm afraid of midgets. Tony Cox.
Damn.
They're called dwarves.
They're called little people, politically
Whoa.
We
correct.
talked about that.
We did.
Average people
Little
sounds
people.
worse though.
Little people. freaked me the fuck out. But
Oh, there
Tony,
all right, there we go.
You can't say a politically correct
well, I did. Okay,
phrase for them and then
edit it
unpolitically
out.
correct.
Just edit it out.
This is live.
Just let it go.
I'm going to
Okay,
stand up for
so-
her because you guys are saying that she's saying this phrase that's wrong. I'm saying you guys are sentences because maybe she's
Thank
saying a
you.
fragment right now.
Yeah.
Maybe she's saying she said what she said and then she said freak me out. That could have been a whole start of another sentence. How dare you judge her sentence as
Yeah.
a fragment? You
How
sick
dare
sentence
you,
bastard.
insensitive bastard.
That too.
Okay, so Bad Santa. This Santa was like an alcoholic, depressed.
A good Santa.
They come around every year to do like their big robbery heist in the mall, like
Mhm.
pretending they're being Santa Claus and the elf and stuff. And he meets this kid, and I love that kid because he's so
Oh yeah, Thurman Merman.
Thurman. Yeah, Thurman. He's a cute little kid. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to try to help
A
him?
little bit.
Kilo kid. We talking about white boy Rick?
Pretty much.
Your friend Rick?
Where's Rick? We ain't had no Rick tonight. We got no little Kito. Let me get a little Rick, man. Give me a
Right?
little
Where's
Rick. Mathis,
he
this is
at?
for you. You're not here, but Marlon, Mathis is weird. He loves this. Play it, Dave.
Yo no comprende mucho gusto.
Oh,
And we're back.
I tripped out when I finally realized that I knew that person because of that.
I love you guys'
thing.
chemistry.
What's your favorite scene in Bad Santa?
How much?
Your favorite scene?
My favorite scene in Bad Santa. It's kind of messed up was when he's eating all the candies from the fucking calendar.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that calendar meant something to me when I was a little kid.
And
And
got a
when
little
I woke
fact
up-
about that.
like if
Did you,
all
Dirty?
my
Did
candies,
you know?
if all my candies were
I know.
gone,
Uh-huh.
I would have been like
Especially-
really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially looking like Thurman Merman. Like candy is important to Thurman Merman. Real quick though.
Did you know what Thurman?
House. I'm gonna break into your house and take that off your hard drive. I swear.
It's
Break
on,
his
it's on the
computer.
cloud.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
in the cloud.
Billy Bob has stated that he was legitimately drunk for many of the scenes and
I
actually passed
imagine.
out during the escalator fall scene. Rest in peace to John Ritter. Bad
Yes,
Santa
rest
was
in
his
peace.
final acting appearance.
Three's Company's favorite.
Shout out to my people right here.
What?
The Czech Republic's title for the film translates to Santa is a pervert.
So, just to be clear for our audience, your people are the perverts.
No, the Czechs and the perverts.
Check the
We're
perverts.
Santa-
perverted people.
You
Check the
said
perverts.
Santa Claus is perverted.
That big, he's hiding something under that big beard.
Jack Nicholson,
Oh.
Dennis Leary, Larry David, James Gandolfini, and Robert De Niro were considered for the lead. And you're
James
gonna like this
Gandolfini
one. Yeah,
from
yeah.
Sopranos.
Yeah, while he was alive.
You know, fun fact. You know, we did a movie together.
Who?
Huh?
Me and James Gandolfini.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
yes, I know.
Thank
Tell
you.
me.
Lonely Hearts, John Travolta. It's a whole story. Just
You
Filmed
did?
in Jacksonville.
You did?
Yes, it was one of my first opening breaks in the industry, and yeah.
You're James Gandolfini.
Are you done already?
Started from
Really?
the
I mean,
bottom,
I didn't know if they
started from the
knew.
bottom. Now he's here.
I didn't know-
Royal.
Yeah, I did. I just didn't know if they knew.
I have a fact.
The fact is, I was out there acting my ass off in the
Huh.
early 2000s, and I'm here now doing a show with you.
See, I
Thanks,
feel
Mom.
like,
That's
I
dirty.
feel like we've
bruh.
kind of
That's
like,
dirty.
we veered away from my segment. I got to bring it back in.
Did you know what Thurman?
Shit,
Did you know what Durden? Okay, Jackie Brown connection.
love it.
Okay,
Hey,
so
hey, Pam.
with Robert, Robert De Niro was considered for the role of Bad Santa in Bad Santa.
Robert De Niro.
Robert, don't.
You don't, because you haven't
Oh,
seen
okay, you're
Goodfellas.
saying-
Fuck you.
okay.
I'm
Don't
saying
you?
no.
Don't you?
Okay, well,
Why
Thank
was
you.
you gonna
but
yell at me?
I have seen Jackie Brown,
Yes, you have.
and the parking lot behind the department store in
Yeah.
Bad Santa is the same parking lot where Bridget Fonda
Yeah,
gets it.
she did get it, and I ain't talking about in a sexual way. It was so
And what movie?
gratifying.
Bridget Fonda-
Jackie Brown.
Don't say another
Oh, you know what
fucking word.
movie? I'll tell you, Annie. If you check out our season 2, we filmed. What is it? What did we do to the film?
We
We
covered
reviewed and
Foxy
covered the
Brown.
film Jackie Brown, a black exploitation film by Quentin Tarantino, which he actually said was better than Pulp Fiction, and he meant it, and so did I.
Better than Pulp
It is
Fiction.
better than
Oh,
Pulp
shit,
Fiction.
I did
Really?
You did
said
say that. Yeah,
better film, but not the one that I'd watch.
the one that I
Better
watched.
than
And
Pulp
you are right.
Fiction?
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that because Pulp Fiction is more so a more pop culture references, but
Yeah.
Jackie Brown's the better film. You got to watch it, man.
Jackie Brown
Chris
is like
Tucker.
a female
Are you seeing? Oh,
Superfly, right?
hold on. Let me get. Can I get his thoughts real quick on this? I'm like,
Brother Michael.
Favorite between the both.
Mike.
Hart, get that ass in your face.
Favorite between the both.
No, not favorite. What were your thoughts on Jackie Brown, real quick? Because I didn't know a lot of people have seen this.
Isn't that the same version, like the female version of Superfly?
Foxy, you said it earlier. Foxy
Yeah,
Brown.
okay.
Top 3, 4 of his.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that
Yes,
because I feel like again, if you're not to get off subject, but you're a Tarantino fan, his top 3 or 4 or 5 movies, it just depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
They're all great films.
they're all, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I really like this because I love the Coen brothers. I did not know this. The Coen brothers worked on script revisions for Bad Santa. Actually, Todd Phillips, your favorite
A
scene.
Hangover.
Yeah, where he's eating the chocolates. Todd Phillips was hired as an uncredited director to shoot new scenes. One of them was that scene, and the other one was when he's teaching Willie how to fight.
Oh yes, we teach him in the boxing ring. Teach him how to fight.
Bad Santa has the most profanities of any Christmas film to the tune.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. 170 fucks, 74 shits, 31 asses, 10 bitches, and 1 use of a bastard in variable forms.
And 5 golden rings. Good job. Good job.
AJ Naidoo.
You can never pronounce names that are not American. Colonizer.
His I can pronounce his character name in Office Space. Samir Nanaja.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Well,
I like that. Good job.
So his character in Bad Santa, he calls.
Go ahead.
No, I know he's going to say no. You go ahead. Clearly, it's.
You good?
Fuck it. No, I'm sorry.
David knows.
Oh,
So
sorry.
what was I saying?
That's so facetious, right?
That's
You're so-
Sorry.
Yeah, the guy from Office Space. He's in this movie as well. He calls Billy Bob Thornton's character an ass clown. And if you remember, his friend in
He
Office
said
Space,
that. He said such an
there's
ass
nothing-
clown.
Michael Bolton, there's nothing wrong with that name.
That
There
no
was
talent.
nothing wrong
I
with
said that no
name.
talent ass clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
a nice
What
little
would
callback
you say
there.
your favorite song of Mike and Bolton's is? You know, I kind of like them all.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way.
And I got I know Prancer is going to be coming up on one of our lists. Prancer
mine.
connection. Cloris Leachman plays in both very different Christmas films.
I love
that's all I
Leachman.
got for you guys on this one. Is it my turn?
Yes.
My number 8 is it's a horror film.
Horror film?
A horror film.
Oh,
I mean, it does
What?
have Phoebe Cates in it. And
The
Oh,
Cock of
come
Christmas.
on,
You talking about the
don't
Cock of
now.
Christmas?
Gremlins.
Hey, 1 or 2, Dave. Be specific.
Number one
One.
specifically. Number 1 specifically.
fuck-
Number 2 is fun, but it is
No.
nowhere near as good as the
Nowhere
first.
But if you
near.
notice, it was also
Nowhere
around New Year's
near.
and Christmas and Christmas time.
Hmm?
They both were filmed themed around Christmas time because
Yeah.
they were given as gifts.
Way
I mean,
up there
it's
on my
what
list.
is there not to love about it? It's got like your perfect mix of like holiday cheer and fear. It's that.
Do you feel like the Furby people should have been sued for how like the
I got some
Furbies
fun
kind of look
facts
like?
on, that.
Can I get some of that, Dave?
I feel like the Baby Yoda people should be sued.
I have some fun facts on Gremlins.
Do you?
You can do your facts and then I'm gonna get to mine.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead. Do your
Dirty knows,
facts.
right?
No,
Yeah.
you do yours.
You
first.
do your facts.
I'm
I'm
glad
gonna
I
do
didn't
my
bring any facts to the show. Can finish at a decent time tonight. I brought no
We're
facts.
gonna check
Just
the
the
comments.
truth.
Yeah, you hear him loud and clear. He's bringing nothing to the table.
No
for you.
facts.
I
No
don't bring
nothing.
anything to
no
the table
ass,
because
no
I made
nothing.
it.
He's just coasting on charisma.
Coasting on cookies.
Marlon says
no.
you have to see a Christmas Story. A Christmas Story Christmas. No spoilers.
Okay.
Mathis likes
Mathis
a
is
little-
here?
Never mind. No, Marlon says that
Oh yeah, right. That he won't even speak his name. It's like Voldemort.
James is getting into his number 7. I'm gonna hold that.
His
off
7th
right
drink.
now.
And your mom's not watching. Just go wild, kid. Tonight. Go wild, James.
Okay, so let me bring this.
Arthur Christmas.
What you talking
No.
about? What
No,
you talking
I'm
about?
barely now reading it.
All right, real quick.
Did you know what Durden?
Uh,
He's biding his time.
it took 30 seconds.
I'm gonna stab you again.
It's like 30 seconds from there to there.
Angela, he won't make it home.
Gremlins director Joe Dante would go on to direct another film that, in retrospect, seems similar in nature, Small Soldiers.
I like Small Soldiers. That's
Another movie about little creatures wreaking havoc on a
Like
suburban
Willow.
town.
Do you know they're coming out with Willow too? Do you know they're coming out? Listen, I
coming out
love
with another
Willow.
Willow.
You
Yeah.
love Willow?
I love. They're coming out with Willow. They're coming out on Disney Plus.
Does it
Willow too.
Ironically, Disney Minus is coming out with something called Pussy Willow.
But they're coming out with Willow with the exact actor. from
Joe
Willow.
Dante also did The Burbs in between Gremlins and Gremlins
Birds.
2. Writer Chris Columbus, responsible for writing and directing so many classics, including Goonies, which was released the next year.
You know a fun fact about Goonies? We actually covered that in season 2 here at TTFT.
Yeah, we did.
Go check it out.
Thank you. He directed another film on our list as well, Home Alone.
I think it's on my list. Apparently, it's not. What you got to get is
It's
Home
on my
Alone. man.
list.
And he directed a film that's on your overall list, Pixels.
Oh,
That's one of the best films
One
of
of
that
the
month.
studio notes to director Joe Dante and executive producer Steven Spielberg on seeing the first cut was that there were too many gremlins. So Spielberg suggested cutting them all out and calling the movie People.
What?
Gremlins was released on the same day as Ghostbusters. If not for that, it would have been number one. Ghostbusters beat it. Not by much, though, surprisingly.
One or two.
What?
One.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Zach
they,
Galligan and Phoebe Cates gave T-shirts to the cast and crew with "Hurry Hurrah" written on them as a nod to director Joe Dante's constant refrain for the cinematographer John Hora. He said that DPs love to light; they'll light as long as you let them light, which is true. It made me think of Thomas Seidel.
Well, that's a story for another day.
And my last one is the dude who played Randall Peltzer, Billy's dad, Hoyt Axton. He actually wrote the hit song "Joy to the World," performed by Three Dog Night.
I did want to say one thing about that. You know how I get freaked out I get about Child's Play when the battery's not being in the back of Chucky and his head turns around and how that freaks me out.
Yeah.
There's one scene in film that equally freaks me out. It's when, because I knew the gremlins could like be multiplied with water. When that fucking gremlin jumped into that pool, I fucking lost it. I was like, how many ounces are in there? I'm like, it's like it'd be a million fucking gremlins. He's in a pool.
That was Stripe.
Because guess what? The other ones, when they're born now, they're wet. And then they're wet when they're born. It should have been an infinite number of gremlins. All right, fuck it. All right.
Listen, Stripe was trying to go into that bathtub to make more gremlins because that was
Jesus
the
Christ.
last.
God.
Listen, I'm not even gonna go in there.
What was your facts?
What?
You said you had some
You know
facts.
what gremlins
Do you
are.
know what mugwai means?
Hold on, wait. Did you know with Annie? Go ahead.
With Annie, I like that.
Okay, because my gremlins is actually way up on my list.
Well, don't give it.
But don't give us your
So then
facts.
don't
now.
get my fun fact.
Not till
Okay.
we get there. Yep, that we get there.
Gotcha.
Save them. Good job.
Dave, what's another one you got?
Gotcha.
My daughter asked me to bring one. It would not be mine
What?
by any stretch of the imagination.
Enchanted.
It is
No.
the Princess Switch movies with Vanessa Hudgens.
Okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
like
And there are
those.
several
I
of
like
them.
those
They're like
ones.
Hallmark movies.
No, I
But
like
I've
Vanessa
sat
Hudgens
down and
Princess
watched
Switch.
all of them with her several times.
So is it safe to say that we're putting Hallmark above Lifetime?
Listen,
Well,
Lifetime made
putting
Hallmark.
My daughter's submission
I like
on the
that.
list, and I have not even given a real list. I've just thrown things out there.
As
Okay,
a dad
okay.
that's had to sit through it, would you, for other dads out there, would you say it's bearable or should they have their phone
I
handy?
would say get down on the ground with some pillows and some blankets and watch that shit with your daughter.
Okay, dope.
Get a good nap in.
All of them.
Yeah.
No,
No, they're
watch and laugh.
okay. I mean,
It's
got another one.
Hallmark
He's like,
stupid,
and Vanessa Hudgens isn't
But-
bad to look at either.
and she is fantastic.
Fan is the key word in that sentence because we need
I like
fans.
Vanessa
Hey guys, let me tell you
Hudgens.
one thing. I know we're live, but guess what? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like they can hit it right now, Dave. Right?
Yeah.
And
Guys,
Dave.
I gotta bounce.
That's cool.
I
man.
gotta get up at 4:30.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you.
Because
for
guess who's
hanging
coming
out.
on? Neckalades is coming on.
Neckalades,
we need you on the
accolades,
couch. There you go. With that camera,
accolades.
that camera will do itself. We got it.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, man.
love to hang out with you guys again.
Oh, you got to come do it, man. We're gonna.
I would love to, and I'll do more homework next time.
Oh, no.
Definitely do your research. That's what we're about.
I love it. All right, let me come over here and tell.
All right, say goodbye, guys.
I will say. I'll see it. All right.
Sorry.
During
Oh no, you're not in. This is live. This
is live. Live. We're saying our goodbyes.
You're on the couch, man. You're there.
You're good. You're good either way. Like, if you-
Nice meeting you too, sweetheart.
You're welcome to hang out, or and I'm gonna bring you over here in a little bit too. While we're waiting, so we're to avoid dead air. Angela actually sent me her list. Her number 8 is "I'll Be Home for Christmas." Great movie. Number 7 is Krampus. Number 6 is The Holiday. Wah, wah. Number 5 is The Muppet Christmas Carol. Number 4 is Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, overrated. Number 3 is Christmas with the Cranks. Good one. Number 2 is The Santa Claus. A little too much Tim Allen there. Number 1 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I'm assuming it's the one with Jim Carrey. That's a good call.
Yeah. Good job, Angela.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right.
Is she going to bed?
hmm?
She going to bed?
Yeah, she's passing.
Good night, Angela. I love you.
All right. We're not going to take a break. We're going to be right here, but we're kind of regrouping. I'm going to play you guys. This is a little preemptive, but in the vein of holiday films, we did Die Hard last year, and we actually had the pleasure of reenacting a famous scene from the movie with our own spin on it with Andreas Wisniewski, who is actually in the movie. So it was like a dream come true to get to do this with him. And yeah, it's technically our own little holiday short film. So enjoy this, and we'll be back in about 90 seconds to
Check it
3 minutes, and we'll be
right back.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Hello? Hello? Hey guys. Has this interview been called off, my friends?
Tony has scared the hell out of me since I was 5 years old with his stone cold demeanor and those Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. I don't think I can do this. This was a mistake.
Well, that's not Tony. That's Andreas. Man, we can't do this shit. It's so unprofessional. We need to get up in our chairs.
Nope. You go. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Fuck no, I'm not going. I'm not going up there by myself.
Why?
Because now he has me fucking scared too.
I can clearly hear the two of you. You might as well come up and join me.
Yeah, let's have Andreas on the show. Come out to the coast, have a couple of laughs in the studio.
I promise I won't hurt you.
Hi, Tony.
Please call me Andreas.
Hi, Andreas.
Cool shirts. So, are we going to do this?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. We lied. We're not technically ready yet, but we're coming back anyway because
We're coming back hot.
this is live. All right. Royal, what is your number 7?
Number 7 for me, Dave, as I go back into my book of tricks here. Number 7 for me.
Wait. Actually, gather yourself. We're going to check the comments real
thank
quick.
you.
James's number 7 is Author Christmas. I
Oh.
love Aardman animation, and this one is one of their best. Gremlins. Mike Clinton says Gremlins doesn't count.
You're kidding, Michael.
Listen. Hey, Dave, can I get the lion, please? This is the first time we got to give a guess a lion.
My brother. Let me tell him no.
No, your brother's going to
Tell
get
him.
the fucking lion.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's lying.
Yeah.
Tell your brother to call me
No,
after this.
Michael.
Mike, you better.
No,
I need an
Michael.
essay.
Yeah.
It happens all on Christmas Eve.
Again,
All of
shout out to
Gremlins
Nicolai's.
does.
Nicolai's is keeping us in business tonight. Thank you, sir.
Marlon says AK-47, the very best there is. When you absolutely positively got to
Kill every motherfucker in the room. Jackie Brown, Marlon. Hey, Marlon gets not fan of the night. Whoever the comment of the night so far, Marlon. There, yeah, man.
Mike Clinton says Charlie Brown Christmas.
He's still looking.
And
Good job, Michael. That was my number 10.
Courtney.
While you read the comments, can I look real quick?
Courtney's
no
number 7 is Jingle All the Way.
Oh, thank you. Because Jingle All the Way just making its way up there.
Yeah, my sister-in-law.
Feel free. All right. So while that's happening here, I'm going to do my
Okay.
number 7 first. So in case I need to go help.
Yeah.
Number 7 for me, real quick, without you getting in here, is someone brought it up early in the comments. This is was my first dark taste, taste of, if you will, of a Christmas movie. And again, one of my top 10. If you had to tell me you can only see these certain actors for the remainder of your life, dead or alive, Mr. Bill Murray. And what he did in Scrooge, like really showcase not his acting to me, because again, he's always been funny to me. He's always been, I'm a sarcastic asshole, so I know what a sarcastic asshole looks like, and he's one of my best. Him and George Carlin are one of my 2 most sarcastic assholes ever. And I really love what he did with Scrooge, because they retold a dark version of the story of Christmas, and he really had to change. He was just this guy, and he didn't care about people. It was all about money and all this other stuff. He really was a Grinch. It's almost like seeing Jim Carrey do the Grinch, but it was Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah.
Need I say less?
No, you don't need to say, but you don't need to say anymore. But however,
Did you know what they're
What's wrong with you?
I gotta help find it.
Yeah.
all right. So Scrooge was directed
Look at the
by.
bathroom.
Can I? Can you look quietly though?
Sorry.
Thanks, because we're still doing a show over here. Directed by the great Richard Donner, who, among so many other things, also directed The Goonies. Check it out on our channel.
Love the Goonies.
And The Lethal Weapons. Written by Mitch Glazer, who go on to write another Christmas film with Murray in 2015, A Very Murray Christmas, and Michael O'Donoghue, rest in peace. Both writers came from SNL. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I want it to be, so I'm going to read it and put it out there in the universe. Filming began in December 1987 when, with Christmas approaching, director Richard Donner asked if the production could have Christmas Day off. Paramount Pictures executives refused, insisting that filming should continue on Christmas Day. However, Donner outwitted them. At the end of the day, on December 24th, 1987, he officially fired the entire cast and crew. 2 days later, on December 26th, he officially rehired everyone, and the break allowed the cast and crew members to spend time with their family. Thought that was pretty cool.
Wow.
What is your number 7?
My number 7, and I have a little prop to bring for my number 7. Can you guess what it is?
Let me see if I could find it. And you got facts about this one, don't you?
Yeah.
No? Thought you had facts.
No, that was another movie.
Okay. Sorry. What did you
That was Gremlins.
A Christmas Story is
The Christmas Story about
What?
Ralphie wanting his 200 shot
well,
BB gun.
we kind of already talked about it.
I
So
know
what
we
is
did.
your favorite scene?
We know she brought the leg. Show him the leg.
I did.
For Julie.
There's
See how I
my,
jumped
there's,
back in
there's
there?
my lamp. There's
Is
my
that your
lamp.
favorite
The tramp
scene
lamp.
when the leg comes
Yeah.
up and the dad's so super happy
Yeah, I
about
mean,
it?
because it makes you happy. The electric, what does it say? The electric soft glow of sex.
Yeah.
My
soft
thing,
glow of electric sex.
I just love how it showed how dumb the American male was back then.
Yeah, really.
Fragile. It clearly says fragile, but it's fragile.
Fragile. Yes.
Yes.
I already did my facts on that, so I'm going to jump right into my number 7. My number 7 is Elf.
Do you have do you know
What?
how many people, and it's mostly females, but even guys agree that is one of the, for if you're an 80s kid, somehow that's made its way into our list of top Christmas
Yeah.
movies of all time.
Like top 5.
Oh, it's up there in the zeitgeist of Christmas films.
Top 5.
Yeah,
It is.
It definitely
But
is.
it didn't, I don't know if we've ever reviewed it or recovered, but I don't know if it's going to be in your facts. But do you have something about what's our guy, the legendary actor there?
James Caan.
James Caan. Thank
You're
Annie,
welcome,
and
baby.
there now we're swinging. Annie brought up a good point. James Caan actually really didn't like Will Ferrell doing this filming because of the fact that no, this is facts. Because remember, I watched the movies that made us, and he was just talking about how Will Ferrell was sometimes improvised. His method of acting was different. You know, James Caan's is brick and mortar. He comes from an old school of
Yeah, he
acting.
does.
And to see him, what Will Ferrell did, he didn't think the movie was going to be any good, and it came out and almost made people who were 9 and 10 years old who realized who James Caan was, the icon that he is.
Well, I'm gonna let you handle this.
I got you. You want
these facts?
I got you. I'm coming over
real quick.
Did you know what dirty?
What's wrong with you?
All right, I got you. Move out the way.
Guys, we're having a little bit of a situation here. World's gonna step in.
No, I got it. Because I'm gonna make this segment so cool. Because I do what you do, but I make it look good.
Do it.
All
Do
right, this is
it.
what's
Do
called
it.
Didn't you know with dark dirt?
Do it. Tell me about Elf.
Oh, there we go. This is called Didn't You Know with the dark dirt. And clearly he has glasses with these small ass facts.
Really? You need my glasses? Bro, here.
I got you. All right, so if we're gonna start talking about Elf here, guys, I need everybody to pay attention. Listen to me, look at her. Listen to me, look at her. All right, writer David B is actually attached to a Frosty the Snowman remake.
Oh.
Elf was his first writing credit. Now, do you know why Faison Love? And if you don't know who Faison Love is,
do.
Big Worm, Big Perm.
Big Perm.
I heard Big Worm smoked a fool over $50. That'll be important later to one of our lists. With that being said, his name tag says why his name tag says Wanda in the movie, because Wanda Sykes was actually set to play the manager before backing out at the last minute. And Faison Love insisted
To still use her name tag.
to still use her name tag.
That's pretty cool.
I think that is pretty cool. Now, they were actually able to use elements from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer freely because the film was not properly copyrighted. Thus, something like we talked about earlier, Turbo Man. You can't use Superman, you can't use Batman, and you can't use Knight Rider, meaning AKA check the car, your car, just in case. With that being said, now, they were actually, one other thing, presumably now, this is why it was able to be used on another film upcoming on David's list. Also, I want to say there's a Ghostbusters connection.
Oh.
this is also, and again, yeah, this is for you, James MCD Reviews. I'm pretty sure it's a Ghostbusters 1 connection, whatever. Ghostbusters. Again, he brought this up earlier. The apartment that Buddy's dad lives in is the same exterior as Dana Barrett's home in Ghostbusters.
wow.
And you know what's
That's
beautiful
cool.
about Dana Barrett? I was just talking about our guy,
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray, and he loves Dana. Where's my Dana? My Dana? My Dana? Yeah, that's from Ghostbusters 2, James, the greatest Ghostbusters ever. Suck it. I was doing so good.
Go ahead.
All right.
He was doing good.
Thanks, guys.
You're at E. Number E. Letter E.
All right.
Letter E.
Continuing. We're doing our best here. We're working with a little situation. Our guest is having trouble finding the keys and he's got to go.
E.
All right. Mary Steenburgen plays Will Ferrell's stepmother in Elf, and she'd also go on to play his mother in Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Young Buddy was played by Jon Favreau's actual son.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm out of breath. I just ran to the car.
I like the fact that Jon Favreau is with Marvel. You know what I mean? Doesn't he
Yeah.
direct a lot of the Marvel?
Oh, that's
produce-
that's like all he does now.
Yeah. So this is one of the first ones before Marvel, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Someone else on our list brought home a Christmas tree that was also too big for the living room. The Griswolds will be coming up soon.
Yeah.
And Chevy Chase was actually originally considered to play the dad, but Will Ferrell vetoed the proposition because of his experience with him when Chase came back to host SNL during Ferrell's tenure. And a director cameo, Favre, we all know, pops up in the movie as the doctor, but he is also the voice of the stop motion characters in the opening credits, as well as the rabid raccoon that attacks Buddy in Canada.
Oh, God.
And another connection to A Christmas Story is Peter Billingsley. Peter Billingsley, Jon Favreau, and Mary Steenburgen all appear in another movie on our list.
Oh, yeah.
Four Christmases.
Yeah.
And my last fact is Terry Zigoff was tapped to direct the film, but turned it down to direct another film on our list, Bad Santa.
Shit. That's cool. That's how everything's connected.
Yeah, so there are some facts.
There's some facts for your
Elf.
ass.
And real quick, jump in the comment. James MCD says the lamp without the top looked like a hookah from far away.
What? It did look like a hookah, James.
And
That's fair. I can buy that.
Mike
Some
said
hamburger
just because it's in Christmas Eve doesn't automatically make it a Christmas movie. I beg to differ. Could have been set on Billy's birthday, and the movie is exactly the same. I said, but it wasn't set on Billy's birthday. It was set on Christmas deliberately. That's like part of the whole charm of the movie is that Christmas is supposed to be this very safe and happy time. And
No, he's saying it could have been set on Billy's birthday.
yes, and I'm saying it couldn't have because
it was set on
the
Christmas.
main yes.
Okay, Mom.
Christmas was a crucial part. Doesn't matter if Gremlins was on Christmas Eve. Could have been. Okay, he already said that.
Michael.
He's coming back again.
Yeah.
I love Gremlins though. One of my favorites of all time.
Top 5, baby.
And Mike said random Jon Favreau's Chef is fantastic, and the spinoff Chef show on Netflix is great. Yeah, I've been meaning to check that out. All right, let's get into
Got him.
number 6.
6.
We're gonna start with Annie.
Okay. We're starting with me. Oh, Friday After Next.
What was that?
Somebody put it in there and what me? What me? No, what me?
All right, the situation has been resolved. You will have
It's
our
been
full
resolved,
attention
ladies
for
and
the rest of
gentlemen.
the show. Dave,
We're
thanks
good,
for
we're
being
good.
here.
You will. No, you will, sir. Thank you.
Thank
I have
you.
a key rack for all of us next time. Be safe.
Right.
Be safe, man. You know it. We rock, guys. We
Yeah, we
rock
did.
over here at
Good job.
TTFT. If
All
you ever
right,
come over here, yeah.
James says, all right, James is on to his number 6.
Oh, hey, James. Fuck
Guard-
yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I'll tell you one thing. Rest in peace, Yondu. The way they brought him back with the see, I was going to do a review on that secretly, but James just brought it up. They brought back our guy. I can't. James, please put his name in there. He's from The Walking Dead and all the other great films. He's a very talented actor, but he plays Yondu in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they brought him back kind of how they did with Black Panther, how they did with Chadwick Boseman and What If.
Okay.
And it's very dope. It's out. It's 45 minutes. Could you watch it before the year's out?
He said, Mrs. Claus works the pole is the best lyric in any Christmas song.
I have a new favorite Christmas song, and I think me and him were talking about the same thing. Oh, I was wondering why Kevin Bacon was in this new.
Courtney Clinton said The Grinch 2018. Benedict can come in her butt.
Well, since we're still talking about MCU apparently with Doctor Strange, but James, I'll say this:
Michael Rooker.
I know why Kevin Bacon.
James says Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker. I know. Yes, I know why Michael Rooker. Well, I know why Kevin Bacon was in the holiday version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Shameless plug. It's almost somebody. He he loves music more than acting, so they got him in this. But wouldn't you know it, he has like a 10 or 15 out of 45 minutes. He has like a 10 or 15 minute like set.
Kevin Bacon
On the guitar.
Yes, well.
You heard me.
Yes,
James knows I'm right. Not to mention in a framing when they first
plays himself too. Yeah, that's right.
Right, and then when they go into his actual house, there's a guitar randomly just sitting by a couch, and it should not be. It's just like, bro, we know you're in the band, bro. I mean, you're better than Macaulay Culkin. You're just not Nickelback.
Well, you're saying that Nickelback is like a.
Nah, I don't know too much.
Yeah,
Help me out.
Don't
Don't do it.
please.
Don't do it. I'm sorry.
Let me pull you out of this.
Thank you. Please pull me out. I was trying.
As a white man,
I like Nickelback.
Well, now I'm confused.
They got some good songs. that
And I'm
mean
really
something.
confused now.
Annie, well, actually, what?
Are you okay?
What's your? We're
No.
flipping it up. What's your number 6, Annie?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
my name's
wait.
Annie, right? No, we're going to.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, he didn't.
My number 6. I can go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
My number 6
We're
is
back. We're back here. We're back.
We're back. We're black and back.
Hey,
And with that
hey.
being said, my number 6, guys, is going to be again. I told my brother about this, and me and him laughed about it today. On National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Again,
Yeah.
Chevy Chase is one of those animals, those monsters like an Ed O'Neill from our time. He is such an icon. You're talking about one of the 3 Amigos. You're talking about Saturday Night Live's original Bad Boy crew. You're talking about one of the guys. I mean, he was the first person to make me realize I can have different kids with the same name, but they be different kids. Hey, Russ. Hey, Russ. Hey, Russ. But with that being said, that Christmas Story one, and I love how they, like, his neighbor who played in the Groundhog 2, I can't think of his name, but he was like Clay Clark. Like, I just love it. The lights and those ugly Christmas sweaters. And it's just like, again, it plays on. Here's the thing. They took a brand and they said, this brand is so good. We can do it at Christmas. We can do it on the road. We can do it in Vegas. The brand is the film. So, and I love A Christmas Story. I mean, I love the National Lampoon's Christmas Story.
That scene when he gets that Christmas bonus, that monologue that he delivers is one of the top. It's up there with Steve Martin, and
Robin Williams,
the car rental place, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like that is such
but also that beat he gives. It's not his fault. Wouldn't you know it? It's always a woman behind a strong man. She goes down there and cuts the power on, but he connects. He just all the testosterone.
Yeah.
He was just like that beat he gives again. That's why I say he's not a comedian. He's still an artist and an actor, because comedians, if you're an artist, you can still trump or usurp what you're considered as and take that to another range.
Yeah.
And Chevy Chase is one of those people.
Here we go.
Did you know what they're
What's wrong with you?
Next time.
What the fuck?
The director Jeremiah S. Chechik actually directed The Avengers,
What?
the 1988 version with Ralph.
Oh, never mind.
And this is actually another one of many John Hughes films on the list. And despite being a Christmas movie, we never actually see Christmas Day. The film ends on Christmas Eve. I'm not saying it's not. It clearly is a Christmas movie. I just thought that was ironic that we never even get to Christmas Day in the movie.
Well, you always get an open one before Christmas, right?
Well, that's why the movie is on my list too, and the reason why is because they make such a big deal out of Christmas Eve, and that is like my favorite memories growing up was at my grandparents' house. They did Christmas Eve, and it was like a whole thing. You knew you were going to see all the cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. The shit wouldn't even start till like 7 o'clock at night, and then the parents are playing poker, drinking. Eating, we don't eat till like 9, 10 o'clock. You know that the parents are occupied, the cousins are getting in trouble doing God knows what upstairs, watching Real Sex for the first time. Not Real Sex, Real Sex to HBO.
It's late.
HBO
I'm about to Emma you right now. I'm
Elmer.
about to Emma you right now with Ocean's 11.
It's just great time, like having all the family together and that chaos. It's just, that's what I love about Christmas. That's like when I try to bring back the Christmas spirit of me and the memories, that's what I'm good. That's the place that I'm going to in my head is those nights at my, but National Lampoons, that's why that movie is so cool to me, is because the whole thing is very reminiscent of my family.
I didn't even watch the remake with Ed Helms. I don't like remakes of classics. So
Chris Columbus was actually set to direct this movie as well, but he didn't want to deal with Chevy Chase like Will Ferrell and Elf. Well, Chevy Chase was supposed to be James Caan's part.
I did not know
Oh,
that.
wow.
And
really?
that Will Ferrell did not want him because he had a bad
Yep.
experience with him on SNL. Chris Columbus also didn't want to work with Chevy Chase. He turned
Wow.
it down and soon after made another John Hughes penned production, Home Alone.
It sounds like unless you have Martin in your name, you don't want to work with them. Martin Short, Steve Martin, the three amigos with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Real time.
Mike Clinton's number 6 is The Grinch. Benedict and Come in Her Butt.
Come in your butt.
Doctor
What did you
Strange.
say? Come in
Her Butt.
your butt.
Yeah, Benedict and
Oh
Come in
my
Her Butt.
god.
We're still not getting monetized.
Annie, what is your number 6?
My number 6 is Friday After Next. Craig and Day Days, they're back in the old neighborhood. We got Ghetto Santa breaking into everybody's house. We got Money
Santa Claus
Mike.
tried to rob us and fuck us. He tied us up.
We got Money Mike. We got Pinky. We got Uncle Elroy and Papa Willie with the barbecue, barbecue, and you slap your mama with that barbecue.
There's only one location, so it's near you.
Listen, and then they get the job. It's top flight security of the world, Craig.
Can you do the line
Where
since I
at?
didn't get the clip? Could you just reenact it? real
I'll do it
quick?
because it's on my list too.
I can
But I'll
wait.
do it for mine. This is
Okay,
coming
save
soon.
it
It's
for
coming
you.
soon. Trust me.
Okay.
It is coming soon.
All right. Well, I only have one, but anyway.
Did you know what dirty?
What's wrong with you?
Really, stop that shit.
This is really the only feature film, surprisingly, that director Marcus Raboy has done. He has over 100 credits, but he mostly does stand-up specials and music videos. A lot of Ice Cube's videos too.
Yay, yay.
Yeah. Can I do that?
No.
My number 6 is something that we've already talked about tonight. Bad Santa.
Yeah.
It is a great as crass as it is and as
Raunchy.
as raunchy, at the heart of it, the holiday spirit is there. Like to watch, like it's like a modern day Scrooge or Grinch, like this movie. And Billy Bob Thornton, I feel like the Bad Santa character was a role that was absolutely made for him.
Definitely.
But it's not only just that, but everybody in the movie makes this a great movie. Like Bernie Mac
Yeah.
is the standout. Like the
Rest
way
in
he's
peace.
eating those oranges in that one scene is so like the man has some constipation issues. He's eating oranges in one scene, another scene he's got like I can't remember what he's got some. He was just the particularities about his character is really fun to me. And what's the short guy? Tony Cox.
Tony Cox.
Yeah, he was.
Marcus.
Well, if you're gonna be short, you want that to be your name.
Well, what I liked about that is it was the first time that like the fact that he was playing an elf was kind of a short joke, but other than that, his character could have been played by a tall person. Like
Same thing with our guy. Same
didn't
thing with the guy that
rely
plays
on
Tyrion in Game of Thrones and Elf.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
man, you can't. Peter Dinklage
Peter
is this
Dinklage
big
is
in
one
his
of my-
head.
Well, he and on screen, he's that dude.
Yeah,
He's that,
he's
and in the Marvel
10 feet
Cinematic
tall.
Universe, which you brought up earlier.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, another John Favreau connection.
What's the movie starts with Elsa? Swinger Shooters. What is it with him and
Swingers.
Swingers?
Yeah. And they did Made too, which doesn't get enough.
You said
love.
13 Years a Slave. What'd you say?
Made. Him and that. We got 2 comments here. Let's check these real quick. All right, they're getting.
I'm waiting on somebody to say, "Did you find the fucking keys?"
Did you find a key?
So we're on number 5 now. James MCD's number 5 is Klaus.
What?
from the Umbrella Academy. See what I did there, James?
Should have gotten the Oscar over Toy Story. That's the one that Dave brought up too.
Should have gotten.
Courtney said 4 Christmases.
Hey, Courtney, you're peaking. You're a little early, but I'm talking to you. That's your daughter, right?
Oh wow.
Sister-in-law, yeah.
69mega.com says looks like we found a girl for you.
I don't even know what that means because it says 69 and it's a mega.
They are loading up these comments.
What is going on?
What is that? That's a sexual.
I'm
That's
it's
a
like, hold on. We
No,
made it now. Well, no, I'm retired, fucker.
Oh my gosh.
What's happening now?
And Mike Clinton second. Mike Clinton and James MCD have the same number 5 clause. Netflix did a good job with putting a twist on this origin story. James is right. Should have gotten an Oscar.
Not over Toy Story though.
Did you say
I've never seen Toy Story.
What?
Story?
I've never seen Toy Story.
I heard that
I
too.
said Toy Story.
We heard the same thing.
Wait,
So one of us is wrong, and one of
Guys, check out Toy Story
starring Kim Allen
on
and Mom Hanks.
Sweatflix.
All right.
That might be one of our best clips. That was good, Andy. That was
You're
good.
welcome.
Are we on number 5?
We are on number 5.
All right, number 5. Somebody brought this up earlier. Marlon, you actually brought it up. Great call. For me, number 5 is Trading Places with the Dan Aykroyd and, of course, here Eddie Murphy. And again, if before you say, wait a minute, I don't remember that being a Christmas movie. First off, think just about the time that the film was going on. And then there is actually a line in the film where one of the Duke brothers says, "Hey, Beaks, Merry Christmas." And then you talk about and then another line in the film said, "You thought about it. You thought I forgot it." One of the Dukes is talking to the black butler. He says, "You thought I forgot about your Christmas bonus?" He like hands this motherfucker a 5 for 365 days of work. He hands him a Fisker.
You hand me a $5 bill, I'm walking the fuck out the door.
Well, if it's 1938, you're walking in the door.
I haven't seen Trading Places yet.
But he does suck, doesn't he? Surprise, surprise. I would say it's because you're a white man, but you're not a right man. How are we hosting a fucking film show and you can't? Okay, all right, whatever. But anyway, guys.
But I do have a few facts about it.
Before you go into that, I just want to say this, guys, of the James's generation. James, if you've never seen Trading Places, it's a classic. Go see it.
You got to check it out.
You got to check. Hey, hold on. And not in pieces.
And not a what?
Did you know what turning?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. This afternoon. This is directed by John Landis, who did 2 other films that we've covered on this channel, Coming to America, and a film that Royal covered recently by himself in Across the Ocean.
American Werewolf in London, or if you're trying to find it on our channel, American Royal in London. Yes, we tapped our contingency budget and we sent Mr. Royal over to London, and I was able to cover the film in the UK. I have an Oyster card. I'll let everyone know this. I am still a London virgin.
London virgin?
I haven't had sex in London.
This was written by Herschel Weingrod and Timothy Harris. They also gave us Brewster's Millions, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and Space Jam.
I love Twins. You're talking about Mr. Freeze and the Penguin.
There's some powerhouse writers there. They know how to write a simple story.
Batman.
Why does everything got to be like
a connection?
Superhero with you?
Well, no, I'm just saying. We're talking about Danny DeVito and you're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. You never thought they would be in the film together, but they're also in the DC universe. One plays Mr. Freeze and one plays Penguin.
What's your number 5, Annie?
Elf.
Call me an elf again. You're an elf.
Elf.
Running down.
Elf. Listen.
Have you seen the Elf, David?
Listen. Who doesn't like spaghetti with syrup? Okay.
Will Ferrell does.
Exactly.
Okay,
put some syrup. Put some Lucky Charms and some M&Ms on your spaghetti. And
now I gotta get my Butterfinger.
Will Ferrell actually threw up multiple times.
Did he really?
That scene, yeah.
That was classic because he ate so much syrup on that spaghetti. That was one of my favorite parts, was him eating all the freaking food.
James MCD says, fuck it. After this ends, I'm time stamping every Did You Know with Durden segment, doing the Lord's work.
Well, you tell me you edit so you can put this shit together, because I was going to do it, and he's being such a douche right now, but he's so good at it. He's so good at what he does.
Let me help you with the Lord. Let me give you a little bit more Lord's work and kill another angel real quick.
Did you know what turning?
What's wrong with you?
I want to know, what are you 25? What's with the rave music in that song, in that segment?
Man, that's from Always Sunny. What's the time? Diaper time. What's the time?
Shit. Okay.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes. All right. So my number 5, and I'll just go ahead and preface this. I know this is not a great movie, but it is great to me. I loved it growing up, and I still love it to this day. I love the character.
Oh.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yes.
Fucking Jim.
You know what I mean, Burn? You know what I mean, Burn?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean, Burn?
Hey, Burn. It's like it's not a good movie. It's not a cinema classic or anything, but it's right up there. It was on my list as a kid, is like movies that I watched every Christmas. And I went back and watched it as an adult, and I still have love for that character, and especially the duo that those guys on the right there. They came from like a series of commercials, but they were like as much as part of the Ernest series as Ernest was.
Definitely.
And it was just such a fun movie, and a fun character. And I'm not going to argue about it. It's a great film, even if it's
spoiler alert. If you've never seen Ernest Save Christmas, after that, Ernest goes to jail.
Ernest saves
camp. And eventually he went to Africa.
That's a story for another day.
He saves camp too.
Yeah. He didn't save face,
you know what I mean? Burn.
Ernest Goes to Camp was probably the best Ernest. But before we move on from Ernest, super quick, get your marker out, James.
Did you know what turning?
What's wrong with you?
Rest in peace to director John R. Cherry III. He died this year on May 8th. He directed most of the Ernest films and considered Saves Christmas to be the best one. Jim Varney, also rest in peace, of course. He's been gone for more than 20 years, which is crazy to think about. It feels like it was like 2 years ago. He was also the voice of Slinky Dog in Toy Story, just FYI.
Slinky Dog?
Oh, was that a Toy Story?
Toy Story, yeah.
I had to.
This was shot. Ernest Saves Christmas was shot right here in Florida, in Orlando. It was the first film to be shot at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And Connection, another Christmas film released in 1988 that features Robert Lesser with an opening shot of a plane landing in an airport. Die Hard. And Noelle Parker, the actress who plays Harmony, was actually born on Christmas Day. Can you imagine being born on Christmas Day and your name is Noelle?
What are the odds over under they named her Noelle when they found out she was born on Christmas?
I have to believe that it had to be like
on that day.
Named her that
day.
like
she came on Christmas. What should we call her?
She probably
Noelle.
Has to hate it because your birthday's ruined.
Or call me Leon.
Everybody's celebrating the world celebrates your birthday.
Noelle backwards. Just call me Leon. I go by Leon from now on.
Do you get Christmas presents or do you get birthday presents? Which ones do you get if you're born on Christmas?
We get kicked.
You get shit.
All right, we're moving right along. Royal, what is your number 4?
Hey man, you got a bathroom around here? Got a piss so bad. I feel like I'm at a Kentucky Derby with a glue truck behind me. Friday after next. Andy brought this up earlier, and this was it. Oh, no, yes, definitely. Andy brought this up earlier, and some of our guests in the, or should I say, our audience members brought it up in the chat. You have to understand this for so many reasons. Number one, Friday, the first version is already an all-time classic. It's not a Christmas movie, and the second one next Friday is not a Christmas movie, but the third one, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a fan of Ricky Smiley's prank phone calls, but I wasn't a fan of him as a Santa in this film. But that didn't even fucking matter because the film was so good. And before you say, how can you consider the a Christmas film? Let's just go. I mean, right to Money Mike when he's in the bathroom with Damon. Yeah. He was like, and he told this motherfucker, Damon, are you a music lover? Well, you like the Nutcracker? Dashing through your balls on a one-horse open sleigh. Like to me, it's like, first of all, you give us money, Mike. We still like, and then it's not even just that. Even when I'm gonna damn it, I know his name. I'm gonna say his name. He's one of the great comedians. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name right now. It has a D in there somewhere, but the guy you talk, Willie's brother, Elroy. And which is funny in itself. Like they're dressing up to give away gifts to the kids, and Elroy is dressed up as a reindeer. Yeah. And his brother Willie was like, "Come on, going out there with the kids, prance." He was like, "I don't want to go out." He was like, "That ain't how you prance." He's like, "Come on, Willie, prance." He motherfucker starts doing this shit, and it's just so many things going on in there. You literally there is, and they have the Santa Claus thing. I heard they called him a ho 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 and kept on going. He was like, "Who the fuck are you?" "Oh, I'm Elroy's new squeeze." He's like, "Daddy, what happened to the last one?" "Oh, you know how we players roll. I kicked the country ass to the curb, hooked up with a little sister." Like, it's just so many things going on in this film that you, again, like I say, Friday, and that's why it's so high on my list. And not to mention, we talked about my motherfucking guy, Pinky. Merry Christmas, nigga, from Pinky, knuckle. And I'm saying it wrong. You got to capitalize the U. Merry Christmas. Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas, niggas, from Pinky. Oh, he's doing all this shit. Like, and again, Pinky is, to me, he's more prevalent than Rudolph. I love fucking Pinky. Hey, JR, what I told you about bending them curves like that, you almost made me spin yak on my suit. Like, I love Clifton Powell as Pinky. He is a staple. Hey, man, I got a girlfriend and a wife on the side. Come on, blood, please. So you don't think it's a Christmas movie?
No, I'm not. I'm just keeping my mouth open so nobody could like just
think that you're saying one of these words. Oh, no, it's fine. Merry Christmas, knuckle, from Pinky, knuckle. But seriously, again, all jokes aside, that film is very well crafted because they even, and then they reference other films when they ask Money Mike, "Hey man, what you got going on, player? Let me check my Palm Pilot." "Oh, I ain't got shit to do. I was just gonna stay home, get drunk, and watch The Grinch." So I love the film, man. That's on my list. And he brought it up. It was in from the audience. I love Friday After Next. Salute. Yeah. It's definitely better than the second one. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Real quick before we get to Annie's number 4, Mike Clinton agreed with me. Yes, I love all the Ernest movies. They're great. I mean, what's not to love about Ernest? He's home. James MCD's number 4 is Home Alone 1 and 2. Both these movies scream Christmas, and they're a joy to watch.
He took our instructions wrong. We asked him to stop piecing things. Now he's putting things together.
Mike's number 4 is Jingle Jangle, one of the few original Christmas movies in a long time. Literally nothing bad about this movie.
Really thought he was talking about life when I thought he was going to say Jingle Lane, Jingle Lane.
I haven't heard about
Jingle Jangle.
I have to look that up.
You know who that sounds like? That sounds like that guy Robin Williams from Tu Wong Fu.
Courtney's number
Jingle.
4 is Almost Christmas. All right, Annie, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is Gremlins.
They said it. We were superstars.
What?
Kodak Black. Cut through pill.
Oh.
Super Gremlin. KTV.
Okay, so my fun fact. Do you know what Mugwai means?
What does
Demon.
it mean? Is it Japanese or Chinese? What is it?
It's Cantonese.
Woo! I love that.
It means devil.
Oh.
Magwai.
Mugwai in Cantonese, it means devil.
I just feel like that was a real life version of Pokemon before we met it. Like I
Right?
really feel like that way.
Yeah.
But Pokemon can't come
Close to it.
live.
No, they can't
I
come to
don't know
life. But I'm
about
saying before we
Pokemon. My
got,
brother knows
I'm just talking
everything about Pokemon.
I'm just talking about like you know how you can catch Pokemon. Like they
I
were
don't know
catching
nothing about catching
Mogwai,
no Pokemon.
but you are right about Mogwai. I read that when I first got into the film Gremlins. But what else would you tell us about the
Okay,
film?
so yeah, I mean, you know the three rules: no wet, no water, no light, no food.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah,
That's how I treat my exes.
and I love Stripe. Like he was balls to the wall.
You know who Stripe reminds me of?
Who?
Planet of the Apes. Copa. He's not Caesar. He's Copa.
Yeah.
And what you call it is
And the other one
is Caesar.
The second one that's not Caesar, but the
one that looks like
main one
yeah,
that's-
him.
yeah,
Yes,
okay.
It
yes.
was
I get
originally
you.
planned Gizmo was going to turn into Stripe.
I'm glad they
But
didn't do
What?
that.
They thought that the studio execs actually made the right choice, and they're like, no,
Yes,
that'll
no.
ruin Gizmo for people. We won't be able to sell lunchboxes.
Correct.
No,
They shouldn't be transitioning. We needed 20 more years before that happened.
Yeah, Gizmo's
They're not
Gizmo.
ready for that one
At
but-
all.
But your
Oh.
kids are gonna love it.
Back to the Future too.
Yeah, but I love Stripe because he was just balls to the wall. You know what I mean? He made it to where he went into that pool to make more.
That scares me,
More
Andy.
Mugwai.
I just that.
That's your part. Your favorite part was that part.
Well,
Ooh. I
it
love
scares
Stripe.
me. Well, he's awesome.
He was
He's
hot.
awesome.
He was
My
sexy.
number 4.
Get that shirt ready.
It is a Christmas movie.
You
Yippee-ki-yay.
fucking know it.
And it's my
Yippee-ki-yay,
number 4,
motherfucker.
Die Hard. I mean, we don't even need to go into all the reasons
At
why
all.
we love this. Just go. We already played the intro that we did with Andreas Wisnowski. Go check out our episode about it.
Oh, you mean the guy who actually had this shirt on in the actual film that
That
we
we
actually interviewed on this show that we
What?
recreated the
What?
scene
Really?
for?
Not-
Oh,
Go watch our interview with him, our episode on Die Hard, our interview with Davarie.
oh, you mean the
White,
black limo driver?
the
What?
Argyle.
Oh,
Yeah,
So you
all-
mean two of the biggest stars from the film, other than Bruce Willis, we had on this show?
all that's
Yeah.
on our channel? Go check it out, and we're gonna move right on to number 3. Oh, actually, wait. Before we move
Wait,
on,
there's more. Hold on, Durden. Did you know anything about Die Hard? Ow, pow.
Yes, I actually do know a lot about it. We covered it in the episode. I'm not going to share it here. Go watch it. We're in the top 3.
You know what's funny though? You're in the top 3, and guess what my number 3 is?
Die Hard.
Die fucking hard. Am I lying? Look at that list, brother. Die Hard. Oh, I'm sorry. Rest in peace. The actor is toast, and I do mean that. The guy that played the hacker, one of the first black hackers I ever saw in film, died today. Literally today. Today, yes. Well,
Today.
probably passed last night, but it was announced today that he died. Yes. So rest in peace to Theo. If you don't know who Theo is in the movie, he's the guy that says, "Oh my gosh, the quarterback is toast." so rest in peace to that guy. But again, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm gonna tell you one thing that really makes me jealous about Die Hard: the gas prices when the film first opened. Gas is like 75 cents for 93.
Damn.
Oh, I got Die Hard is a Christmas film, and
Why?
at the end of this episode, once we're done with our list, I'm going to unveil the world's top 10 Christmas
You talked to me
movies.
about that earlier, but I don't know what the world's is. He's gonna tell us that.
And yeah, we're gonna settle
think I might have
this.
saw
We're gonna
that.
settle this
Once and for
tonight.
all. Tonight.
Annie,
But yes.
what's your number 3?
Okay, so I'm going way, way, way back
Oh,
to
God.
1947.
The original Bruto.
The original Miracle on 34th Street.
I like that.
Okay, so the little girl Natalie,
She
her
dead.
name is Susan. That's Natalie Wood. You know who that is?
She dead now.
From West Side Story.
Correct.
Did you know that?
It did, please correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be wrong. Did she not grow up to play the mom in Mrs. Doubtfire?
No,
That's not her. Okay,
no,
I
that's not her.
apologize.
Natalie Wood. She ended up
That's Sal-
dying.
Sally Field.
She ended up
Okay.
dying.
Okay.
No, but the little girl is Natalie Wood from West Side Story.
Okay.
And Chris Kringle, you know, he's a Santa Claus at Macy's. He proclaims to be the real Santa, and they end up putting him on trial for that. And then all the mail that comes to Santa ended up coming to him in the court. And it was just a very like wholesome movie to me because that's one of the movies that I really watched every single year when I was little.
What's ironic about that is that back then, now he would have all the support in the world because all he's saying is
Exactly.
I identify as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
can
mean,
argue
what
with
am I
that.
wrong?
Have you seen Miracle on 34th
I have,
Street?
but not the
haven't seen
original she's talking about. I saw the one with
With,
like the 80s or the 90s or 2000.
90s something. With
Yeah, and I
Matilda.
thought it was a really
John
great.
Hughes actually wrote that one.
Which one is the one that's an ass? That's Landis?
Yeah.
Okay, got
Yeah.
Real quick.
Did you know what dirty?
What's wrong with you?
me earlier with the
Really?
chloroform.
My fun fact about Miracle on 34th Street is it's old and overrated. That's all.
Overrated?
Old and overrated.
It's not overrated. It's overrated because it's a classic.
We got any comments, Davo?
Yeah, we got some comments. James number 3 is A Christmas Story, another annual watch. Wish they would stop ruining it with the sequels and live show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike's number 3 is Home Alone.
Don't tell Durden that.
And Courtney's number 3 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Mike, I am right there with you, sir. My number 3 is also Home Alone.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree with James what he said previously. It is the quintessential Christmas
we're
movie.
getting this thing together. I love
Macaulay Culkin is a treat. This is the. I mean, it's a the John Hughes, the slapstick violence that happens at the end.
Let's not forget the worst mom in the world.
But the funniest.
Well, no, I'm saying no, just all of together. Because think about it. Lydia's stepmom, Kevin's mom. She don't give a fuck about these kids.
Oh yeah, no. And she was also the mom in Orange County, and she was equally bad in that. She's not so great in Schitt's Creek either.
She's redheads, man.
Yeah,
I don't like her
you
in
gotta
Schitt's
watch
Creek.
out. But Home Alone is, I mean, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern mainly. I mean,
The wet bandits.
that whole scene at the end with them like getting beat up. That is like some of the funniest shit. Even as an adult, I watch that and like.
I never saw Joe Pesci as a what you call a action comic. He's always just been a great actor to me. But you're right. But the chemistry between him and Daniel Stern is one of the best things I've seen on screen as far as chemistry wise. Because again, you have Richard Pryor and Gene Hackman, Gene Wilder, which I love together. But when I saw with them two, remember that line? They're sitting in the car. He was like, I kept hearing snakes, and then Joe Pesci was like, which is stupid as fuck. Joe Pesci's like, yeah, snakes. I don't know no snakes. Like, I don't know why I love that line again, but I loved it. And you saw it. Like, here's the thing: have you ever been less scared of a criminal, but you still believe they were criminals? They made you seem like criminals were fun, good people. Like, oh, don't take them to jail.
And it's
Let them
another
live.
one of those movies. Like John Hughes did this so good with his movies, where he captures the essence of your broken family coming together, and everybody. Like even the people that you don't like, they still contribute to the memories of like
buzz.
Yeah, because without the buzz, you can't. There's nobody to like slip away into the other room with and like talk shit about. Like everybody, even the people that you don't necessarily want to see, you're happy that they're all there because it's
one of the things that film captured
thing.
that most people don't talk about, which has been replicated before and after that so many times, which was the kids' imagination as far as. This old man over there, don't talk to strangers. Your parents tell you that, but if you go too far, there's actually some good older people out there, and you wind up making bad stories about them because they're old and they're strangers.
Yeah,
he's trying to give them a scholarship. He tried to want some candy.
Yeah.
Did you know what dirty?
What's wrong with you?
John Hughes wrote Home Alone. Larry Hankin, the dispatch operator in Home Alone, we interviewed him. It's available right now on our channel.
Go figure.
And I have a theory. Uncle Frank set it all up.
He's a pedophile.
Well, I think he set it up to one. He was trying to have Kevin killed because he hated that little jerk.
Yeah.
So he wanted to have him killed. I think Marv and Harry, I think they actually worked for Frank. Like he hired them to make rob from Kevin's dad. And
how would Uncle Frank know that
this is just a problem? This is just
he was. Oh, that's the other thing.
He knew that they were gonna be robbed, so he set him up.
He orchestrated everything. He turned the power off so the alarm wouldn't go off. He did. Yeah, like he.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Uncle Frank was dead.
Oh, I got a Lethal Weapon connection. Marvin Harry's plumbing van says "Okay, plumbing" on it. Leo Pesci's character's catchphrase in Lethal Weapon is "Okay."
I agree with all of that. I have a connection.
I
here.
love that part.
No, not even a connection. Just to say, we're just missing one person from this film. Hello, my name is Chris Hansen. Home Alone. I'm telling you, the uncle was a
that's true.
pedophile. He tried to get him home alone for. He was going to kill him eventually after some little alone time. Just think about the name of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and somebody brought. Well, I'll get to that.
What do they say? Are you home alone?
Well, somebody brought up in the comments. They were like, "Why wouldn't he just call the police?" Because he's home alone. He knows that if the police come, his game is up. He doesn't get to have fun.
No, you don't get to be home alone no more.
Well, I wish he would have, because he could have become Dahmer, because Dahmer was home alone without both parents. You saw what happened to him.
Oh, BuzzFeed. My last fact is Devin Rattray, aka Buzz. He was actually arrested
Domestic violence.
Yep, 2 days before Christmas last year for domestic assault and battery by strangulation.
And it was not Kevin McAllister. It was his other
girlfriend.
Yeah.
This came about a month after the release of Home Sweet Home Alone, which saw him reprising his role. Now, the ironic thing about this is, in an interview on the behind-the-scenes DVD featurette of Home Alone, the actor was asked where he thought Buzz would be now, to which he replied, probably in jail. Ironically, as we find out in Home Sweet Home Alone, Buzz became a cop when he grew up, and Devin, the actor, actually went to jail. So there's your facts about Home Alone.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody hasn't seen Home Alone. Let's check the comments real quick before we move on to number 2.
Probably Macaulay Culkin.
James MCD says number 2, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, objectively the best of the vacation movies. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely the most rewatchable. Michael Clinton says number 2, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And Courtney's number 2 is Home Alone.
All right.
All right, Roll, what is your number 2?
Number 2 is, and I'm not playing. Look at it. You see it. You see what it says. It was Home Alone for all the reasons you just said. I'll just add one thing to it again. Like I say, to see again, I just really feel like as hard as it is to become an actor or an actress, you have a stigma against you when you're a child actor or a child actress. It's like you're expected to be great. Like nobody should have to be great their entire life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard. This shit burns you the fuck out. Like, so if you're a great child actor, it's almost saying you won't become a great adult actor, a la Jaleel White. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like you want it on the beginning of the end. So it just sucks that, after Macaulay Culkin, from Uncle Buck to Home Alones to the Good Son, which he's really stepping out of. Next thing we know, we got Upside Down Pizza, that band he was in, or some shit like that, Stale Pizza. It's just kind of like, and then he looked like he was on meth, but somehow he still got Megan Fox.
I think he did it the right way though, because
there's no right way to do heroin.
Well, no, he isn't doing heroin. He's not.
Yes, he was. He's doing meth or heroin. He was. Not now. No.
He's not acting because he's not people don't want him acting. It's like on his own terms. He's got that Home Alone money.
Yeah.
He'll never have to work again.
The only time he pops up in like independent films with his friends, like movies that he wants to do. He doesn't really care about the paycheck. Party Monster.
Do you know the little brother of his was in American Horror Story?
Yes.
The vampire version one. American Horror Story.
Yeah.
He was one of the little vampires in the movie, his brother.
I'm gonna tell you what I do know. He's one of the only people in this word that can profit off his home being broken into now. My home was actually broken into. He'll still write a book about it.
Yeah, I think I like it. Whenever he pops up in new stuff too. He's
one of the classics. Mm-hmm. This thing is going smooth, man.
Yeah.
Chestnuts roasting over an open fire.
What's your number 2, Randy?
My number 2 is a classic. And I don't know if a lot of people know about this movie, but this movie is called Prancer. And this Prancer was directed by John Hancock. Sam Elliott was in it. I love Sam Elliott.
Jurassic Park, Sam Elliott?
I'm sorry?
Oh, that's Sam Neill. I'm sorry.
Sam Elliott.
Okay.
So a little girl named Jessica, she's 8 years old. She sees a plastic reindeer fall off of a little decoration, right? And then a reindeer pops up in like her backyard. And she actually believes that this reindeer is Prancer. And, she tries to help it. She feeds it. She keeps it, hiding it from her father. And at the end of the movie, where they jump off the cliff and then there's like no footprints of and she actually believes it's Prancer.
Uh-huh.
And go tell me, because you're gonna kill me. Tell me.
I'll get to that. I'll let you finish what you love about it. It was going to be on my list too until I saw it. It was going to be my honorable mention because I like that movie.
Yeah,
I think I thought it was cool seeing an actual rain. It made me believe that reindeers could actually exist.
Fly.
Yeah, or that.
Well, then it did.
Yeah,
it really did.
So, have you ever seen Prancer?
No, that's why I was sitting here listening because it sounds.
No,
what
it's
year?
a
What year?
really-
Is it like a 90s or 80s?
It's 89.
Okay.
1989. It's a really good movie.
But you know, I would want to watch it because you know what? Fuck Michael Jackson. Fuck Rudolph. You've been the fucking lead singer. What's Prancer and Dancer and these other fuckers up to? Okay. And first off, where was Peter back then with that fucking animal cruelty, beating the shit out of those rangers to make? If you can make, if mush makes them run, what makes them fly?
Magic dust.
The 80s, snow.
Magic dust.
Before I get into my facts about Prancer, so Prancer was directed by John D. Hancock. He was born in 1939 and still kicking, still making movies.
Yeah.
We actually talked to Cassie Kramer, who worked with him on his latest film in 2020 called The Girls of Summer. So it's a quick clip, about a minute and 20 seconds. Check that out.
What was it like working with John Hancock?
It was great. I actually had a relative. I was supposed to have a bigger part in that movie, and then they lost funding, so they couldn't afford SAG actors. But it was really nice. I met him doing a friend's directing class at Second City, and then he had me audition, and he actually reached out to me about being in that movie, and then the cinematography in that was beautiful. But I only worked with him for probably a day, but he's emailed me a couple times in the last couple months, and he indicates that he wants to work together, but I don't know what he's working on.
I know how taxing a film production can be, and I think he's like in his early 80s. How does that like? How's
you can't even get it out.
I know how I feel after a day of production. I feel like an 80-year-old man, like at the end.
Yeah, I think he felt it. I will say that of the day that I was there, I was like, damn, this is a lot for.
But here's the thing. I harken back to what someone told me a long time ago. If you're doing what you love, it'll never be work.
Well,
you may be tired, but it's never work.
All right. And real quick, before we move on.
Did you know what they're
This was writer Greg Taylor's first film, and he'd go on to write some other classic family films, including Jumanji and Harriet the Spy. And
Jumanji with Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Yes.
And I didn't even know there were sequels to Prancer, but he also wrote Prancer Returns, which came out in 2001, and Prancer: A Christmas Tale that was released in November of this year. Fun fact, the reindeer that played Prancer's real name was Boo.
What it do, Boo?
And unfun fact, here you go, Annie. And this is according to director John D. Hancock. When Prancer flies off the cliff to join Santa in the sky, John D. Hancock has confirmed that this is all actually in the little girl's mind. In reality, he was really just a regular reindeer that leaped off the cliff to his death. That's straight from the director's mouth. That's how the movie ends. He was not a real.
So it really was raining deer.
Prancer, reindeer.
See what I did?
Reindeer.
I just came up with that.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. I don't. Why do I feel like reindeer should have been in a Prancer should have been in Tu Wong Fu? All right, let's move on, Dave. You'll get that when you get home. I'll tell you off.
Oh, my number 2.
Yes.
My number 2 is actually right in line with James. My number 2 is also National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Chloe Clark.
And
no, what did she? Tess. What did she call it? It wasn't Clark. It was. It wasn't Scruffy. Goddamn it! Audience, help us out. She's always have a name of Clark, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that. I said why I love that movie. It reminds me of Christmas, like the best memories with my family. Everybody celebrating on Christmas Eve. And,
Sparky.
And family get Sparky. Yes, everybody getting together. And Chevy Chase's monologue when he gets his bonus alone makes that movie in the top 10 for me. So that's why it's in the top 10. We'll check the comments before we get to our number 1.
What?
All right. Number 1, James. Actually, the comments have already moved on to number 1. So, James, number 1, The Polar Express.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Going anime on us.
James.
Tom.
Oh, come on, David.
Bro, we got past. I'm not gonna knock it as your list, but I'll let Durden get on you for this one. Go ahead, Durden.
Let me read his.
Bend him over your knee and spank him.
I know it has major flaws. Yes. and motion capture is kind of creepy. Still with you. But this was a childhood tradition for me, and I still love it. Okay, all right. I can't.
Oh, so it's one of those films that's not really a good film, but
So
it's
this is kind of like
what you were talking about earlier.
Our Rudolph the
I
Red
mean,
Nose
but it's
thing.
not like a real childhood film.
No,
because it's
Rudolph's
actually
better
a
than Polar
2000
Express.
film.
Well,
So it's not from when we were child.
Well, not everybody was born around the same time. You know, some
That's right,
people
because
were
he's a lot
children in
younger.
the
He's a lot
2000s.
Some
younger
people's
than
Christmas
us.
movie is Frozen.
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
So,
come
yeah,
on.
I'm talking about the kids,
I
yeah.
know what
James,
you mean, but
screw you for not being born in the 80s.
You missed your
Yeah,
calling,
James.
man. You missed
What
your
are you doing
calling.
being a child while the Twin Towers are falling? That's a child business.
I remember I was at the airport trying to get a job on that day, and that's not a joke.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I told you that story a million times. But I was at the airport in Jacksonville, and this guy came run out on September 11th. Right when they were hitting, I was there trying to be a sky cap, and this guy comes running through the thing. He's like, "Everybody get out!" I'm like, "But I'm applying."
I'm
So
not
let
laughing
me
at
get
that.
this straight. To recap,
I'm not laughing at that. That's not funny.
How
But it's serious,
terrible our
I'm being serious.
holiday. To recap how terrible our holiday episode is, we've killed Charlie Brown by
We have.
suicide. We've killed Prancer by suicide.
Correct.
And
now we're talking about
But that really did
move
happen.
on
I'm
right
just being
through the
honest.
Comments. I'll let that one pass as
Yeah,
your number
please.
one, James. That's that. I get that childhood nostalgia.
What with Train Pass?
Like nothing can combat childhood nostalgia. Like if you liked something as a kid, it doesn't matter if you
Yeah,
like,
you
find
can't
out
say
it
that.
sucks.
Oh, that's not.
Common sense can.
Because everybody has their own childhood.
I give him a pass for Ghostbusters, man. I can't do it again.
Mike Clinton's number one is the Santa Claus. Tim Allen aside, the movie is pure magic. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was a very
It was
unique.
okay, brother.
Go back to the time when it came out. It was a pretty
I
cool.
don't really like
concept.
Tim
Early
Allen.
2000s
That's
or
why.
late 90s?
I don't like Tim Allen.
Was that late 90s or early 2000s?
late 90s, early 90s, mid. Yeah,
But
that's
isn't they got the new?
Yeah, they have the show, the
Claus
Santa
now with
Claus.
Tim Allen. I don't like Tim Allen though.
Mhm.
I think he's a douche.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
he kind of Courtney says,
Sorry.
I mean, now speaking of blow,
Tim Allen got caught with
Allen.
blow.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
Hey, I know, man. And that's not. We're being serious. Santa Claus had snow.
yeah, he did.
He was
he was
skiing.
delivering a big package.
He was skiing
Right.
in the Alps.
Something about that.
Courtney's number
Never mind,
one
I'm not gonna say
again
that
is Jingle Jangle. Okay,
Jingle-
we're
I
really
gotta
gonna
watch
have
that.
to check
Jingle
this
Jangle
out.
on Netflix. Okay.
All right, number
One.
There we go. We're on the same. It only took us an hour and 45 minutes to all get on the same page. And we're there.
All right, Royal, what is your number one?
All right. All jokes aside, and I mean this seriously. You have to understand this. It took for me to put something above Die Hard, Home Alone,
Yeah.
Friday After Next, Trading Places, and for it to come out within the last 15 years really means something to me. And for one of the lead stars to be a thief of other films, Four Christmases to me, dude, I've seen that film so many times, and I'm willing to defend it. And I'm going to tell you why, because again, it's like having four Christmas movies in one.
Yes.
And I mean that. I'm talking about from the actors and the actresses that are in it. I mean, Vince Vaughn is amazing. You have, again, we talked about our guy from Swingers, John Favreau's in there. I can't explain. And
Reese Witherspoon, I love
Reese
her.
Witherspoon, my guy from Days of Thunder, the older actor. I'm sorry for not remembering your name right now, but again, Vince Vaughn is legendary in this film, and Reese. Their chemistry on screen is great.
Do you know that most of the
He's the
scenes in
brother.
that were improvised?
I can believe it. Most of his
John
films are.
Favreau is his brother, and they
He
all
is his
fight
brother.
in the-
Welcome to the Octagon.
Yeah, they all fight in the dad's house, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then like I say, the games they play. You talk about the games and the nostalgia at family time. I can understand what that's like to be a part of two different families, but have to go to everyone's house. I don't think that concept has ever been explored on film, and if it has, they made a scene out of it. They made an entire film. You know what I loved about it? Because if I was married or I was getting ready to get married, me and my wife would be doing the same thing. We would be on our way to Fiji saying, "Fuck the family.
Right?
We're not finna chill with them. Shit gets crazy." And I just love the premise because it just seems like it was never supposed to happen. And now and it starts off at the first house. They were like, "Oh," John Favreau says to Reese Witherspoon, "Oh, you must be Orlando's girl." She's like, "Excuse me, Orlando." We were all conceived in the cities we're all named after the cities we were conceived in. Well, god damn.
I really like the premise of the movie. I just feel like they could have did so much more with it.
But they did, David. You got to finish the film.
Every scene, every family.
No,
had
no,
their
I'm
own
just telling you, like,
chaos.
there's like
Every family had their own
one of the
chaos.
best lines of the film is, "How the hell did you get an Xbox on a $10 cap?" He's like, I didn't know about it. Your uncle's trying to do something nice. Like it's Vince Vaughn. They're putting him in a position to win right here.
Yeah, I mean, Vince Vaughn, even in a bad movie, is still enjoyable to watch.
Well, Jurassic Park 2 or 3 would say different, but with that being some of the originals. But with that being said, I really, again, like she said, Reese Witherspoon. It's not just him; it's all the actors and actresses in the movie. You have the mom, that's the mom from Step Brothers in there. She's
Mary
actually,
Steenburgen.
yeah,
And she was
thank
the
you.
one in,
She's Reese Witherspoon's mom.
Yeah, and she's also in
That movie. And she is an elf.
Elf.
So there you go. So she's
No,
a
you didn't hear that fact. She's Will Ferrell's stepmother in Elf, and Will
Stepbrothers.
Ferrell's actual mother in Step Brothers.
Yeah, I did not hear that fact, but I'm loving it. And like I say, that film, there's no bad acting in that film. And like I say, from the kids, you're one of those kids. Actually, no, that's from another film or whatnot. But both those kids were just so strong in that film. And then when you again, I'm going to end it on this. When you have a guy Vince Vaughn, I've been in this situation before, to where he goes to that church and they're like, we need somebody to play Jesus. He says no so many times, but when he actually gets into the character, he has to go full method. He was so into it, and he went so into it. God rest his soul, rest in peace to our guy Guntosh. Along Came Polly. Philip Seymour Hoffman. He went full Philip Seymour Hoffman when he became Jesus. Like, he changed the story of Jesus. I shall swaddle this baby. Like, so to me, dude. 4 Christmases, man. Every time it gets it for me.
You present a very compelling argument.
Thank you,
for your number one.
Thank you.
What was your number one, Annie?
My number one is Home Alone.
That's
my number one is Home the Fuck Alone. Okay, that movie, for one, that movie grossed $476 million, and it was the highest.
Oh, we got the habitual line stuff over here.
It's the highest paid grossing live action comedy until, listen to this, Hangover 2 in 2011. And then that was also the second highest in 1990 when Ghost was number one.
Love Ghost.
And then Home Alone was 2. But that was the highest ranking movie until 2011. Home Alone is a badass.
And it never fails.
Single hand, like 20th Century Fox was not going to exist anymore.
No.
That movie.
You remember they weren't going to do the movie though.
Single-handedly went into the 20th century. Yeah. Like, the Home Alone is just like.
I mean, all jokes aside, even the second one is good. And here's the thing, you know how
like the second one because in New York, I love New York. You know what I mean?
But you know what? They did the Gremlins thing. Let's go to New York. Yeah, everything's better in New York. Everything's better.
I didn't like Gremlins in New York. I love the one with the lipstick. The Gremlins with the lipstick. I loved her.
The fact that they saved Fox, I actually have your number one to thank for my number one.
Yeah.
Because if Fox would not have been saved by Home Alone, Fox would have never been able to create their spin-off cable network, FX.
For Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I knew that was going to be your number one.
Is A Very Sunny Christmas, which is technically a film that was released as a standalone.
Was that even a movie?
Yes, it was.
I thought it's a TV show.
If you were to submit this to a film festival,
is the gang in it?
Yes, the gang is in it. And look at this picture on the left. See that picture on the left? They actually recreated the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer set. They did the they did the whole gang in claymation. And this was the first time that they're in a Christmas episode, not a Christmas episode. It was like a 45-minute straight to DVD short film that they released in between like season 4 and season 5. This was the first time that they dropped an F-bomb. This is the first time we got to hear the bomb. And
on Sunny? That was the first time F-bomb came out.
Drop it at the best
Which
time.
F-bomb?
Really?
Oh, Charlie looks at Santa Claus, a mall Santa, and he goes, because in the episode, Charlie finds out that his mom was getting him gifts by having like Santa Clauses come over.
Uncles.
Like Santa Johns come over. They go upstairs, then they come. Oh no, all these Santas would come over. They go upstairs, see my
Christmas
mom,
cock Kringle.
Leave me a gift. Funny cameo. Christopher Lloyd played one of those Santas that walks in and comes out. Yeah,
Christopher Lloyd is Kris Kringle.
So Charlie goes to the mall. He sees a mall Santa there, so he's obviously thinking like, "This is another one of these motherfuckers that fucked my mom." So he goes up and he's like, Charlie sits on Santa's lap, and this is the first time you hear "fuck" in the whole series. He's like, Santa's like, "What do you want for Christmas, boy?" He's like, "Did you fuck my mom, Santa?
Oh my god!
Did you fuck my fucking mom?"
You know what I find amazing
and
about that?
He says it like 20 times in a matter of, "Did you fuck my fucking mom? Did you fuck her? Did you fuck
Dude, the whole Philadelphia show, that's the first time the F-bomb came out.
And it went crazy since then.
Really?
You know what's funny about that though? It's so funny it took them so long to get the fuck because that N-bomb dropped right in that first episode.
Oh, you could say that on cable television. You couldn't say, and they did it for a
and that's
reason.
you don't think that's funny?
Either.
The N-bomb. And I'm not talking about Nagatami.
They said it to make a very pointed.
The F-bomb to come out.
They made a very pointed argument against it. But anyway, back to A Very Sunny Christmas.
Yes.
This is my number one because it truly is on my list of like I watch it every single year. It's my my traditional.
Watch it this year. I'm gonna watch it just for you.
What's the runtime?
Like 45 minutes. Christmas doesn't begin until Always A Very Sunny Christmas plays, and it harkens back to like the Christmas specials that we love, like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It has that feel with like the crassness and the hilarity of Always Sunny. So that's why that's my number one. That is that's our list. Before we so here's where it's gonna get a little dicey. And I apologize in advance. So let me get through all of my facts here. Between the three of us, we named 22 different films, and according to an average of the audience and critic scores, all the audience that ever submitted a review, all the critics that ever submitted reviews, compiled by Rotten Tomatoes, I have the official ranking of those 22 films. So let's see which ones ended up on the world's top 10 and which ones didn't deserve to make the list at all. So we'll start with the ones that didn't deserve to make the list.
Let's hear
Starting
that.
with number 21 is Reindeer Games, which had a number 26.
It did not make the list?
Charlie Theron agrees. She said it is her least favorite movie, calling it a bad movie.
Well, as a teenage male that saw that.
Oh, yeah. I
said
agree.
bad,
Okay,
bad.
okay,
That's a
okay.
great scene.
Okay.
Number 20 is Jingle All the Way with a
God
28.5.
damn.
Number 19 is Four Christmases with a 36. Like your whole list is in that. Number 18, I got one of mine, Ernest Saves Christmas, 39. I said it's not a good movie, but it's my good movie. Number 17 is Friday After Next. Number 16 is Prancer. 15 is Scrooged. 14 is Frosty the Snowman. 13 is The Ref. Number 12 is Home Alone. And here is the world's official list in the top 10. The world's honorable mention coming in at 11 is Bad Santa.
Woo!
Number 10 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Tied for number 9 is Gremlins and Elf. Number 8 is Charlie Brown Christmas. Number 7, Trading Places. Number 6, Rudolph. Number 5, A Christmas Story. Number 4, Edward Scissorhands. Number 3, A Miracle on 34th Street with a 91.5
Yes,
rating.
that's right.
Number 2 is A Very Sunny Christmas with a 93.
Man, fuck you, man. No,
That's
man,
right.
bro,
All right,
man.
you
No,
are
no,
lying
no,
right
no,
now.
bro.
Bro,
No.
that is not.
These are just numbers. These are just numbers. And
How
hold
is
that,
that
hold
one-
that, hold that, because we're gonna squelch all this right now. All of the arguments, whether or not this is a Christmas movie or not. The number one fucking Christmas film, according to the world, according to Rotten Tomatoes, is Die Hard.
No.
Die Hard is not only a Christmas movie; it's the
No.
number one Christmas movie.
Yippee Christmas Kanye, motherfuckers.
It's a Christmas movie, The Miracle on 34th Street.
What? So now who made this list right here?
Hans,
The
booby.
World.
I'm your white
The
knight.
world made this list.
Rotten Tomatoes is a culmination of every single person, every critic that submits a review. They put them all together and generate a rating. These
Hey,
are based
Prancer was on that
literally
list.
the-
Hey, you remember when that guy comes up to Bruce Willis at the beginning of the film? He's like, "Merry Christmas." He's like, "You're like, what the fuck?"
Mike is yelling just as bad as you guys are from the chat. Wrong, false, no.
Yes. Go,
Hey,
Michael.
You can't argue with facts.
We are
and
arguing,
numbers.
bro. Where the fuck did you get this list from?
You guys-
Because the number one is right. I'm trying to figure
I
out.
told you where I got. I prefaced it.
Now
where
that
I
first
got it.
list
From
was
who?
America's not.
Why do I have
You put your own algorithm on these.
No.
What was
Ro-
that first list? The first list was
Okay.
people the not movies.
Yeah. I
Those are
listed-
all of our movies.
I listed all of our movies from 22 to 1.
Yeah.
The first 12 didn't even need to be on the top 10. The bottom 10, that's just what it is.
All of our movies
That's
were on
just
that
what it
list.
You've lost a little bit of credibility.
So
tonight,
that
man.
means our
There's
movies
no-
sucked. Our
Those-
list sucks.
I mean, most of you guys did.
What I'm trying to tell you is, if I Google top 100 movies all time Christmas wise, that I don't doubt that the Always Sunny film.
James and why are you guys trying to?
How
James
is
MCD
Always
says
Sunny?
Because your
Rotten
list has
Tomatoes
lost
is
fucking
wrong.
credibility.
That's a
That's what
TV
we're
show.
telling you. I love Always Sunny in
You-
Philadelphia. You can't, bro.
Let me
What
ask
list
you a
is this?
question.
That's not even a movie.
Before I waste
not a
any
movie.
more of my precious voice, what do you think Rotten Tomatoes is?
Rotten Tomatoes
Firm
to
but
me
fair. Firm but fair.
is critics that want to say no to
Wrong.
movies.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
I said firm but fair
Firm but fair. I
Yeah.
mean,
because it's
No,
Are
crit.
they
Yeah,
saying yes to movies? Rotten Tomatoes are saying yes to
Rotten
movies.
Tomatoes is not firm or fair. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't make a call. Rotten Tomatoes is a conglomerate. It takes
What is that word?
any critic that posts a review, good or bad. Rotten Tomatoes takes all those reviews. Any audience person that posts a review anywhere, they take all those reviews. They say this is the audience score. This is the
Critic score.
Critic
Critic
score.
score.
Yeah.
All I did was take those two scores
And put it together and
average
then put the
and
average to get the
that's
median.
score. And that's the score according to
Those
everybody
How long
that
we been
has
doing
talked
this show?
about the movie.
How long we been doing this show?
And you fight me on Rotten Tomatoes.
But I'm
every
not
time.
fighting you. I'm not. You know I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I'm here to tell you I haven't even seen that
All right.
film.
It's not
But
even
it's
a
nowhere it's
movie.
number 2, Dave.
I will say this about Always Sunny. All right. I may have fudge the numbers.
Thank you. Thank you.
On Always Sunny.
I was looking at that from real fucking.
No,
real
it is
tip.
real. It is real.
To him, it is real.
No.
Do you believe in miracles?
Always Sunny.
Miracle
Always Sunny
on Studio
doesn't.
83.
Always Sunny
okay?
doesn't
Yes.
have. Always Sunny didn't have any critic reviews for me to average with an
'Cause it
audience
doesn't
score.
fucking
So you had to
play
take your
with
own
that.
experience.
It only had an audience score.
And since you were editing it,
But it had like 700 people in the audience.
Only 700.
That had, I mean, a lot of these only had like 3
you
or
know how many
4.
people saw Die Hard? 700 million.
I know. And it's number one. I mean, let's just be happy that Die Hard. Let's just take that's the takeaway here is that Die Hard is a Christmas
Die Hard is
movie,
number one.
and
It is,
it's
yeah.
better than all the Christmas.
And the
movies
crazy
you
part
watch.
about it, even on your list and all these other lists, Die Hard usually ranks in the top 3 of all Christmas. So it's people. I don't know why people fight it. You don't need to see Santa Claus for it to be a Christmas movie.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah, no,
not.
no,
You're
right.
absolutely right.
And there was a lot of snow in that
You're
film.
right.
Just ask Ellis. Hey, Hans, what am I? A
Yippee-ki-yay,
method actor here?
motherfucker.
James. Okay, I'll have to check that out. James says Letterboxd is better than Rotten Tomatoes. You know what? I'll take Letterboxd score in the future, and I'll do an average with Rotten Tomatoes. We'll do a rotten letter.
We'll do a rotten in a
We'll
letterbox.
do the official rotten
Where do I
letter.
get these cool names from Letterboxd?
We have coming up this Thursday. We talk to the lead star of the greatest 80s monster movie, The Monster Squad's Andre Gower. Next Tuesday, we're celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the Spike Jonze, Charlie Kaufman, Nicolas Cage mindfuck of a film
Adaptation.
And then on December 8th, we're talking with Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors cinematographer Roy Wagner.
Dirk's gonna
All
freak
that's
out.
coming
He
up.
loves the cruise.
Yeah, so that's fuck, man, we did it.
It
We
was
got
awesome.
through.
You said this.
Yeah,
I don't think this ran long. Clearly, our in-studio guests didn't know how hard we work over here,
No,
did they?
they
Well,
didn't.
considering that they didn't, I mean, I think he just really didn't want to leave. He knew where his keys were the whole time.
They were right there. How did they get in that red box? Because in
do a-
fairness, I know you did it because I don't clean up
Hey,
during the show.
Yeah, I do a lot of movies.
You probably thought it was something in mine, and he threw it in there.
I don't even understand how they even got over this spot.
Allison popped in just in the nick of time. She says it's a wonderful life. That is a
Oh.
good call.
Why? How do we not get that?
Because it's one of those,
that
like-
movie is played out.
Yeah, I feel like
That
that's the way I
movie is
feel about
played
Miracle
out.
on 34th Street.
What I feel about Rudolph.
Anyways, thank you for being here, Allison, and thank you for the awesome pictures of Ben.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Thoreau.
All right, so before we leave, the nice guy. If you want the guys in our audience, we want to say thank you very much as well. But we want to say everybody. I know we've named our favorite films, but if film that someone's not mentioned tonight, if someone can give you, it doesn't have to be a Christmas movie, but if somebody can give you a film as a Christmas gift, what would it be, Dirty? Non-Christmas movie, non-holiday movie.
What?
If somebody can give you a film as a gift that you don't own currently, what would it be?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good one. Annie, you go first.
no. I need some tips. Go.
It would have to be a movie that
Wait,
I
what
couldn't
was the
get
question?
myself. That would be hard to
What was it?
find.
Right.
You know what I want? I want somebody to go into John Hughes' attic and give me the 4-hour cut of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That'd be dope. I like that's now that's a gift.
Yeah, and
That's
that
a
is a
gift.
Christmas
Ooh,
movie too, or a holiday movie.
I know it's
Well, while you're waiting, I'm gonna do this for Mathis. Even though he's not here.
Yo no comprende mucho gusto.
What would you? What movie would you want?
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to piggyback off what you said because of the fact, not the movie you said, but I would love to see the unedited raw version of Die Hard because I know how many rewrites it went through. I know how many writers were on it, and I know it was originally supposed to star not John. Was it John Wayne? The guy that played John Wayne, but he was too old. Or no,
Somebody.
Dean Martin.
Yeah,
Dean
yeah.
Martin. So I would love to, being that this was adapted from that story, I would love to see what they did before they cut it down because we know there's only one technical error in Die Hard, and it's the ambulance.
Yeah.
At the end, the ambulance. So yeah, it would be the director's cut, raw editor's cut of Die Hard is what I would want to see as a gift.
Okay, well, I was way off on what I thought when I listened.
It's okay.
I want to see the behind the scenes of the Goonies.
That's dope.
I want to see like actual going through the caves and the tunnels and like if you fuck up on the booby. That's what I
Well,
said. Booby traps.
You know what's fun about that, Annie? You
What?
actually can get that as a gift. Season 2 here at TTFT, we covered the Goonies, and we actually covered the writer from the Goonies, or was it the cinematographer?
It was
Both.
the cinematographer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I want that. That's what I said. Booby traps.
Actually, I changed my answer. I don't want Planes, Trains, and Automobiles uncut. I want to find this elusive copy of
Dune.
Tory Story.
What?
Tory Story.
Tory
I heard about that.
Yeah.
You know what? My cousin's in that. Joe Torre. Joe Torre's story.
Listen, that movie made me cry.
It couldn't have.
Where?
In your dreams?
It did.
Are you talking about Buzz the
All
Lightyear?
the toys in
Buzz the Lightyear?
The Toy
Always got a Woody?
The Toy Story made me cry.
All right, guys, we will see you next week. I hope
Hey guys,
everybody
I want to
survived
say
the
this: we're just
holidays.
thankful, and guess what? Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't get to get something for Christmas. Be thankful of what you have, because guess what? Whether you have money or not, bills will always be there.